gate. Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear.
Here we go, guys.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 228 pounds, BF Bobby Inch.
Gentlemen, I think this one's going to turn into a fight in a hurry, and I cannot wait.
Breaking news, you're gay. More at 10.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Can your vagina be too wet? 100%. And here's how.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Let me be 1,001% clear. Traveling to the Eagles game today is essential travel. If you are driving, just go slow, like get there. If you are catching Seth in mass transit, just get on mass transit and get there. But make it into Philadelphia Eagles game or in today is essential. Thank you also, Bright Lutcher. We now want to take some questions, Hanny. Unless we've got to do this. Let me hear you all saying, hey, ow, hey, ow, hey, ass, hey, oh. That's not bad yet.
Are these your drugs?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not...
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
These are little ones. Press them out. We're going to squeeze those cheeseburgers out of those hips. All right, and those French fries. And that carrot cake. Ooh, press. Yeah. All right. Now these.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby. That's the one. everybody.
Super creative, super original. There's
Really?
a show called The Vibe.
Yes, it is, and that's what you're watching, folks. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to the Vibe Stream Show 276. What's good in the Stream Show hood, everybody? I trust and hope that everybody's doing good today. It is Friday, March 28th, the last Friday, the last weekday in the month of March, heading into April. How's everybody doing? We made it through the end of another week. Let's see if we can make it to the end of another day today by starting off today. How's everyone doing today? What is good? Let's see what the temperature out here. It's kind of nice out today. It's 60. It's supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow. So your old boy BF might have to get around to actually finally getting outside and getting down to some of this spring cleaning and stuff in the yard that I've been kind of doing this to because I'm so busy podcasting. But I'm going to hang out with you guys for 3 hours today first before I think about any of that. So let's do it and get into it. I see that there's 18 of you in here. I know there'll be more. Now, yesterday, when we left you, our boy Scott Fitzpatrick and Bobby Nick, they were with us. And I don't know how many of you keep up with baseball season because yesterday was the big opening day in baseball. I don't know how many of you keep up with the No Filter crew and if you had a chance to check in on it last night. But my boy Scott is backstage, and he had a bet with Andrew. It was the Milwaukee Brewers against the New York Yankees. And Scott just took the Yankees because he knows that he likes to make a good bet and good stuff for the air. So he said they come up with a challenge, and if Andrew's Milwaukee Brewers won, Scott was going to have to shave his significant hair off. And then if the Yankees won, then Andrew was going to have to shave. So if you didn't tune in, if you don't know, you're going to find out now because I'm looking at him right now, folks. You're going to find out how the results of the game went by looking at our bro. He's the bro, you know. He's my friend. He's yours. Let's see the hair situation. It's the prop master. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Good mystery check-in, Scott. All right. You want to get ready for the big reveal for people that didn't see it. Let me find a timpani drum, and I will do this right. And then Scott will just slowly reveal how the thing went last night. How did it go, Scott? Does he have facial hair or not?
Ready?
Who won? Oh, it looks like the New York Yankees won. Scott comes. Full facial hair. Hoya, Scott, how you doing today, buddy?
All right, man. Yeah, we got Andrew's beard off of him yesterday.
Andrew's beard. That sounds like a statement. So I was in and out of things. I did replayables last night, so I was in and out of paying attention to opening day. But I did finally see that where it said the New York Yankees won over the Milwaukee Brewers, and I knew that meant that Andrew was going to have to be the one that shaves.
Yep. It took the whole show and then a little overtime, but we finally got him in there, and they shaved it, and he looked different, man. I had never seen him be clean shaven. He's got a prominent chin that I wasn't aware of, kind of.
Got the old Fred Astaire chin or something like that.
Yeah,
well, that's funny, because I mean we only see whatever little peach fuzz Andrew has, but I don't. Yeah, he's not much for regular shaving or anything. So whatever he has, but it's all gone now, huh?
Yep, it's all shaved off. He's of course, we all made fun of him for about 20 minutes.
Oh, that's part of the show. Sure.
Yeah, and now he's wanting to double down, I guess, and bet my beard against his hair.
Ooh, that's right. Well, Andrew's known to get some mohawks and faux hawks, and our boy Vinny has come over and given him a couple of those haircuts. So, he's going to be, if anything, he'll be clean shaven for this trip to Florida, Scott.
Right, I haven't took him up. I told him to let me mull that one over. I mean, for the bit, I might, but but it's not. But it's a sweep. I got the Yankees have to sweep. The Brewers for me to win that one.
That would be a good one because I mean, shaving his head out that would definitely be a good thing. That's something to consider. Facial hair for head hair that might be a good trade off, Scott, for an on air thing, right?
Right. So it'd be 2 more games, and so I'm going to mull it over a little bit today. And
awesome. Well, there you go. And see, even though Scott will admit he's probably not the biggest sports or baseball fan, he still finds a way to make sports and baseball interesting for his damn self. So there you go. That's what we're doing.
Some of it's for Andrew just so he can be a man and get out and bet and do what men do.
That is true because a lot of people
some shit and do some embarrassing things like shave your things and stuff that he didn't get to do. You know what I mean?
Stuff that he wouldn't otherwise get challenged to do because people tend to take pity on people with a condition like Andrew's. But once we've been around him so long, we don't tend to do that.
Right. So that's what a little bit of it's about for me, just so he can be one of the guys.
Well, that's awesome.
Do some things he didn't get to do, and that we all did.
Yes, absolutely. That's great of you, Scott. Do you happen to know if he's supposed to be out by like the end of the month when this move to Florida is going to happen?
Yeah, I think with Andrew, you can't always be 100. He's got all the facts straight. You know.
Yeah, he kind of he might dramatize them or kind of
right.
give them to you out of order sometime.
He's got his wheelchair is out of commission. He's on a borrowed wheelchair right now.
That's true. It's been quite a while too.
Right, and so I think whenever that comes back, and I think it's supposed to be in a couple of weeks, he said.
Oh my God!
Then he'll be able to leave. So 2 to 4, but I've also heard a month, so we'll say 2 to 4 weeks.
Wow. So yeah. So what's going to happen first? Andrew gets kicked out, or finally gets his wheelchair back, and then gets it repaired properly? Because is that still the same one where they kind of ran him in a ditch and broke the front wheel off of it?
I think so. Yeah, it was his newest one, the newest one he had.
Well, there you go. Well, you have to see what happens with the whole Andrew saga, but I'm glad you made it. You're here with all your facial hair. We got friends in here. We're about to have some fun today, hanging out today. We're going to get into the chat family check-in. I got the other news, the not-so-serious news. I have your, we're going to fall down a Scott's hole. I got some Tammy videos and some Cyrax videos that you've been sharing with us. Anything we should think about or look forward to in those videos? What do you take away from your most recent Tammy stuff?
See, I think this is the ones that I recently sent to you. If that's the ones, it's mostly I mostly focused in on the faces that she makes.
Oh my God! And there's one where she talks about her hair and if she should show her hair or not. So we're get into it. I see some titles called "Rotten," "Living in a Back Seat," and "Hat." So I got like 3 of them kind of lined up today, Scott. So we'll fall down Scott's hole about what injures him, what kind of locales injures him. We'll have a Terry Knee knowledge break. We're going to do a Terry Knee knowledge break. What is that one called today? That one's called Makeup Lies. So we're looking at that, Terry Knee knowledge break. And we have been doing the Soulful Horoscope readings, but I've been inspired by my boy Chris Popke, who's been providing me songs faster than I can remember that I have them or play them. And I think today it's Friday, so we're definitely going to do horoscopes no matter what we call it, but I think we're going to call it this. Rock you like a horoscope. We'll do your Soulful Horoscope readings, your Rock You Like a Horoscope. We'll probably have to get into a little Perry talk because Bob Levy stopped out there last night, Scott.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch as much as I wanted to of that. I only got to see the crumbs.
That's right, because you do No Filter with Andrew and Friends, and I had to ramp up. I had to break myself away from it to do replayables at 10 o'clock East last night. So we'll get into it, and we'll talk about how Bob Levy arrived there, actually got into the apartment, and I'll show you some videos from Twitter X, and we'll talk about a game that they played, and we'll talk about who won it. We'll get into all of that, but none of this is going to start. We're going to start this Friday off, the last Friday of the month, last weekday of March, heading into April, and baseball season started, all that. So all the rites of spring are here. All of our friends are here. So this is the time we do it, folks. Oh, first I've got to remind you, we got to frame the day because we got to know that it's what?
We are making the weekends longer than the weeks.
Yeah.
And we'll do it again
longer.
because
it's
Friday.
It's Friday. It's the midday. And the way we make it longer is by not waiting to the end of the day. We start right now with the opening chat family check-in. This is the Vibe Stream Show 276. It is Friday, folks. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know what you're excited for the weekend, whether it be getting off, you're going to do some yard work. What are you going to be doing? Let's do it. Let's get into it. This is the chat family check-in.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. That's how we create vibes here Monday through Friday, 12 to 3 p.m.ish, right here, East Coast time. And I see there's over 100 comments in the opening chat family check-in. So let's do it. Let's go and let's hit the post and let's go. I just had a tic-tac. I'll have some agua.
1 minute to post time. Approaching the gate.
So we have to ramp up.
Get ready.
Right at the post. Gano, says our friend, the Reverend Wild Bill, checking in from the ATL. The first to check in with the opening chat family check-in. Actually, yeah, there we go. Let's keep going because we got the Reverend checking in saying, Hoya, well, what do you gonna, Reverend Wild Bill? Let's see if I can keep up with you. What do you gonna, Wild Bill? My friend and bro Pecan checks in and says, Aguni gugu, you begonias, unga bunga, Gano, 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 and the BF Chang emojis checking in. How are you doing, my friend? Pecan. And I love this pattern you've been on recently, my friend, because he always checks in. And then the second one is always a most generous $2 super chat from Pecan. And he says, oh, shit, we're doing it. It's Friday. Tikal, he knows what's up. Thank you.
We're doing it.
That's a little louder than that.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're having it. It's Friday. Pecan shouts out to Reverend Wild Bill with the Hoya. Space Nerd checks in and says, Hoya, you Hoyas. And to that, me and Scott say, Nerd. What's up, nerd? Good morning. Pecan gets the shout out love from Space Nerd. Tierney says, it was Billig and Slithy, Toves, Gyrid, and Gimbled in Wabe. The Bora Groves were all Mimsy, and the Mame rafts out the Grove, Fab Albert. I don't know what that. Tierney had a stroke, apparently. Nerd gets the Hoyer from Pecan. Tierney gets the shout out love from Pecan as well. BF might be pooping. Scott's not lying because I will, let's see. Here we go. You know, this is one of those kind of subtle, quiet things. We don't talk about all the things, the goings on for what we do, what we get into. Oh, thank you. I see something coming in. A surprise is coming in on the email already. But, you know, for whatever reason, I tell Scott no matter how early I get up before the shows, it seems like that 2 minutes before the show, I got to go to the men's room. It's something, I don't know what it is, Scott.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but there you go. So Scott was not wrong. I was right up against it. Scott gets the shout out love from Pecan. And to that, I simply will play Scott. And I'll let you know that Space Chief 75 checks in on a Friday on the vibe. Pecan gives the shout out love to Space Chief 75. Space Chief gives it right back to the Pecan. Space Chief 75 shouts out Bobby Nick and says he's a Canadian hero. Well, he's not with us, but I imagine once he wakes up, Scott, he might be along before you know it.
Yeah, I've already tried to rouse him every morning before the shows. We got this thing because we got married on your show. Okay. So every morning when we start these shows, usually I'm first, and I'll send him a message. It's time to wake up, babe.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't know that you kind of guys checked each other like that. He mentioned the other day that when Bob was on the show, he mentioned that you messaged him because you didn't want to jump in by yourself when Bob was on the other day. Right. So I did know about that one. We'll see. He will join us soon. I'm sure he will. That's kind of been his pattern lately. Hoya says the Reverend Wild Bill, who's checking in from Rumble. Thank you for giving the Rumble stream love. You are watching and or listening to BF Live the Vibe on BF Live the Vibe on YouTube, and Rumble, and on my Facebook. Josh in Tennessee says, Hoye. And I think he's saying that because it's Friday. He seems like he's a happy man. Josh in Tennessee checking in. Tennessee. Brutal Pain checks in, who was, yes, I was late in Perry. How you doing, Brutal Pain? Boy, we probably went to 12:25 last night, Scott. Drinking and smoking during the week, buddy.
Right.
Like, so, you know, I've told you before, I'll puff a little bit, but I'll stop when I'm stopped. But the smoke thing kept coming up, and I think I started getting a little scratch in my throat, the little burn. That's how hard we went last night on Replayables. J.A. says, Hoya, and to that we say, Hoya, J.A. Hoya. The lovely Reenie checks in with her enthusiasm and says, hello to all. Hello, Reenie. While Bill is always great about giving all the services love, he's over there checking in on Facebook now. Josh in Tennessee gets the shout-out love from Pecan. Bill is throwing out, are you busting him, son? Did you bust him? Am I hearing things or what?
No, it's a car, I guess, started outside the window.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm surprised I picked up on anything. Pecan shouts out J.A. Two Joins checks in. Two Joins checks in. We were hanging out once again for March Matters last night on PCL, Scott, and we're going to check in on Bob Levy and all some crazy stuff that popped off last night. Two Joints says, I Googled the vibe and this channel showed up. Fucking awesome. Are you kidding me? That we're getting in the algorithm? Fuck yeah, Scott, because you are the vibe. Let's go. J.A. shouts out Pecan. Pecan shouts out Brutal Pain with the bones up and the Tikal. Two Joints gets the love from J.A. Multicolor effects. Did you like that, Space Chief, on your graphic? Yeah, bro. I put some special effects on that graphic, man. Yeah, in the beginning and the liftoff reel. What's up, Space Chief? That's my artwork from Space Chief 75. Pecan shouts out Reenie with the Hoya. Two Joints says PJ at BP, Space Chief, and Reenie. The Reverend Wild Bill says, good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday. What did he say? It's what? It's Friday. It's.
We are making the weekends longer than the weeks, and we'll do it again because it's Friday. Friday.
Yes, Lord. And Tits McGee 2.0 checks in your baby and says, Hoya.
Hoya.
2 joins, checks in, gets the love from Space Chief 75. Hoya Pecan from Reenie. Pecan gets the shout out love to 2 joins. The Mayor Bob Levy, yes, and the opening liftoff reel with the Eagles. We love that. That's a compliment of Sight Clyde. Like I said, Sight Clyde is all interwoven throughout every episode of BF Live The Vibe. And we got some other content that we're actually going to do the a Psych Labs content segment today. That's because I've flowed up on them. Give the boy a break and on, kind of mix up the show, but we're going to bring one back today. Hey, the Reverend Wild Bill, happy Friday from Reenie. The Mass Transit in Philly. And I think that was during a snowstorm, Scott. I think they had like a bad snow that they were dealing with right leading up to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the best way I remember it.
Or the playoff game, the championship game, maybe.
Right.
Tits McGee, Hoya from Pecan. The Reverend Wild Bill shouts out Pecan, Space Chief 75. At Scott Fitzpatrick, No Filter. Josh in Tennessee, Reenie, NJA, Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. 2 joints, Tits McGee 2.0, Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Rev Wild Bill gets a shout out from Space Chief 75. The Reverend Wild Bill shouts out Terry Nee and says, happy birthday. What are you going to know? Well, happy birthday to Terry Nee and anyone and everyone celebrating a birthday this week.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
How you be, Terry Nee, checking in on this great Friday, buddy? You going to get out this weekend? The Reverend Wild Bill says, so today is the last weekday in March. Things that make you go, is it? Or did I look at the calendar wrong? Wait a minute. All right, there's one more Monday. I'm sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. You're right. We have one more day in March. The Reverend Wild Bill, he's correcting me. Monday's the 31st. I miscount my days. There you go. I'm getting ahead of things. It has flown by, the Reverend Wild Bill. Yeah. Good morning, BF Bobby, Scott Brother, and the Reverend Wild Bill from 2 Joints.
Joints.
Reenie, check Monday, LOL. I'm sorry. That's my bad. That's what happens when you use a weed calendar instead of looking at the actual calendar, Scott. That's my bad.
I just took it for granted that you was correct. I didn't know no better either.
There you go. Scott! I appreciate that. Reenie is laughing. Scott gets a shout out from Reverend Wild Bill. Spawn checks in and says, good afternoon, BF chat. And Scott, how you doing there? Spawn checking in. Space Chief 75 says, I can grow a beard in like 10 minutes after shaving. Yes, Space Chief. I call mine I don't have 5 o'clock shadow, Scott. I have put the razor down shadow. Like as soon as I put the razor down, my shit just starts popping in. I mean, I already got this, man. Yeah, it's like somebody said something the other about shit. Oh, they did an article. I think I did an article a couple months ago about guys getting like that can't grow facial hair, getting like the hair implants in their face, like beard implants.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, and I said, "Would you want to see me grow a beard?" Bob went, there you go. All I gotta do is straight. Yeah, all I gotta do is start pushing, and I'll grow a beard. Spacey 75, I relate to that, buddy. Spawn gets the Hoya from Pecan. The Reverend Wild Bill, bite me from the Reverend Wild Bill. Wait a minute. What are you doing? You can't say bite yourself. Scott is a handsome man without a beard. And how would one know this? That's not creepy at all, Scott.
He must have went back in my history.
He's probably in your high school yearbook. The Reverend Wild Bill, Pecan Hoya from Homies. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Andrew has a condition? Question mark. Really? Hoya, everyone, from the lovely Mrs. Ding Dong. She says, happy Friday. You get the digital kiss. And Mr. Ding Dong, Sight Clyde, checks in right behind her. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are ready for a great weekend. 2 joints, Ding Dong, Sight Clyde, Hoya. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Ding Dong, Mrs. Sight Clyde, Hoya. Psych Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Ding Dong Hoya from Pecan. Spurg Snake checks in on a Friday with the multiple salutes. He says, happy Friday to everyone. My big sister Kathy checks in. You get the digital kiss. And Hoya to my big sister Kathy. Spawn says, the very first thing Andrew needs to tell his next nurse is that I give excellent massages. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe he'll be asking that. We'll have to advise him. Just don't have any kind of sexual conversation or anything when they're touching you. Wait till they're done touching you. Wait till you're having different if you have to have it at all. Psych emojis are being utilized by my member friend Pecan right there. Thanks for supporting me, Pecan, as a member. Hoya, Kathy Linder from Reenie. Spurgsnake gets the Hoya and the Gano from the Reverend Wild Bill. Spurgsnake gets shout out love from Pecan. Spurg gives it right on back. The Reverend Wild Bill shouts out my sister Kathy. Spurgsnake shouts out Reverend Wild Bill. Hi, Spurgsnake from Reenie. Psych says 2 joints, Wild Bill and Pecan. Pecan shouts out my sister Kathy. Vegetarians, you're getting a little ahead of yourself, Wild Bill. We'll get into that when we do the Rock You Like a Horoscope segment, which we're going to get into. We're going to change it up a little bit. Rini, good morning from Spurgsnake. Chris Popke checks in, the creator of that little ditty right there. And so many more. Maybe we'll play it again when we do it, but I want to do this to keep in mind all of the cool ass. I changed it to P. Let me do Perry video. I got so many good Perry songs. How about this one? This is a good one. That's a jam.
Sexy. Wonders what it would be like if Perry had a gash.
Sexy.
Well, let's pretend that Perry was actually a female made for men.
Sexy.
Nope, not interested in anal. But actually, I did have a girl that I did do anal too, and it was weird. A tight hole. Different. She said, enter slowly. I did. And then I came. It was quick.
Ooh.
Sexy lady.
Fuck yeah, another Popke Jam. Sexy Perry. Where else are you going to find ditties like that but right here on BF Live The Vibe, created by my bro, Chris Popke. Hoya Rini from Space Nerd. Hoya Spurg from Ding Dong. We're going to scan through these because we're going to get to the news and some other fun. Hello, 2 joints from Space Nerd. Rini shouts out and says, Hoya to Space Nerd and anyone else I may have missed. It can be challenging to keep up and shout out everybody. 2 joints, salute from Spurgsnake. Hoya to my sister Kathy from Space Nerd. The Reverend says, good afternoon to Blocky Fran. Hoya, well, good afternoon, Mr. Reverend Wild Bill. I'm pretty sure we've established that already. Where is that little ditty that I have there, by the way? Oh, I don't know. Here we go. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. Oh well, missed the moment. Here we go. Scott, you get the shout out love from the nerd. I can never see you, Popke, unless I turn live chat because your name. Ha ha ha. Oh, if I don't see it, you say stuff sometimes. There you go. There's a little something in your inbox for PCL, BF. Thank you. I saw that. I just got to remember it in real time, my friend. Thank you very much, Popke. So that's what I was talking about. Seeing something in my mailbox, so I got a little treat for later. I want to click on them. Oh, why can't? Okay, let's get into that. It's difficult to catch everyone. It is difficult to catch everyone in these chats sometimes. And some days, Scott, I'm like busy trying to do multitask. I'm trying to do like a family activity and trying to participate, but then you don't see everybody in the chat all the time.
Whenever because I always check in, first with the little horns, and then when people start, saying my name, I don't feel right if I don't shout them back out, acknowledge them all.
Yeah.
But then I start feeling like I don't want the show to feel like I'm spamming their chat, because I got all these hi guy, hi cupcake, hi Canadian,
Well, that's what it is. It's a challenge. It's kind of a balance you try to look for, and it all depends on what mood you're in and how busy you are.
I try to get them all.
There's a lot of comments I never see. Hashtag blocked. Nobody gets blocked. Welcome to BF Live. I love blocking people from chat. I am Blocky Fran. I didn't even say that. It's computer generated.
You heard of Fran, the blocking man.
I don't block nobody.
He kicks out people with just a hand. Hates avocados, ain't that grand. Blocking Buffalo got his brand. Laughing loud, living free.
Bricked and blocked, Spawn.
Blocky Fran, he blocks the hate, the #1 fan. BF Live, hear his plan. Blocky Fran.
There you go. Spawn checks in. Oh, wait a minute. Before I get to that, I want to thank the Reverend Wild Bill for your generous $2 super chat. I so happy I could just shite. Apparently that must be my condition in the morning. I'm so excited to do this show. I could just shite. Thank you, the Reverend Wild Bill, for your generous $2 super chat. Spawn says, Space Nerd, people weed themselves out. I'm here for it. Buckshot Kid says, hello to me. What's up, Buckshot Kid? Checking in on a Friday.
It seems like it's been a while for Buckshot.
Buckshot's been in or out. He's been here a couple days and gone a couple days. But yeah, it's great to see Buckshot again. Buckshot, good morning from 2 joints. Hello, Buckshot Kid from Rini. Articulate John checks in and says, that's sweet. Isn't that sweet? Buckshot Kid gets the love from Peacunt. The Red Mall Bill said, I have been up before 3 this morning. Woke up to Uncle Jack. Scary, huh? Whoa, that's when he seems to be the freaks come out at night, Scott.
Yeah, I seen him at the same time, and I can't even recall if I turned it on just to see who was on there. And there's a few people I'm not really familiar with.
Yeah,
he's got a new crowd hanging around, I guess.
Well, that's good. The freaks come out at night. My mother said nothing really good ever happens after like midnight, 2 a.m. So you get whatever you want to do to that.
Yeah.
Berkshire Kid from the Space Nerd. No one wants that, Reverend Wild Bill, talking about waking up to that. Articulate John getting acknowledgement from Peacunt. Articulate John Hoyer from the Reverend Wild Bill. FJM, my calcified friend, checks in today. Hope you're doing well, FJM. Buckshot Kid gets a shout out love from Psych Clyde. Pecan shouts out FJM with a Hoya. The Reverend Wild Bill shouts out to FJM just the same. Mandy Diff checks in, the resident fishing and smoking expert, and says BF Live in Scott. Oh,
all right, Mandy.
FJM is walking. Does that mean that you're walking out of the hospital, that you're out? Tell us what that cryptically means. Hoya and hi to Mandy Diff from the Reverend Wild Bill. Hi there, FJM and Mandy from Rini. Pecan shouts out Mandy with the Hoya. FJM is applauding. Just Mike checks in and says, hey, Bobby, Fran, and Scott.
It's Mike.
What's up, Mike? Just Mike gets a shout out love from Peacunt. Cunt gets it right back from Just Mike. Mandy Diff shouts out Peacunt, the Reverend Wild Bill, Two Joints, Rini, and Space Chief 75, and Spawn. Spurg Snake shouts out Mandy with a good morning. Canadian Girl, previously known as Whitney, says, I can't hear, but can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Scott's been hearing me all the time. How you doing? Previously Whitney's tits. Let's go. Good morning. But Spawn says, I can literally watch the hair in my ears grow. If I neglect it a day, I look like I'm coming out of solitary confinement. He's got that ear hair. That's become a thing.
That's where my nose hairs are. They grow like dandelions. They're back the next day every time.
Bro, and especially like, so, you know, I try to groom myself for whatever good, proper reasons anyway. And now that I do, we're doing this on a daily and people are telling me I'm on their big screens, I'm just imagining if I don't cut my nose hair, they'd be like this on their screen and shit. I'd be like, what the fuck is sticking out? So, yeah, and they do, man. They grow like weeds. You're not wrong about that. Spawn shouts out Mandy Diff and says, hey, pal. Spurg Snake says, Canadian Girl, previously Whitney's tits. It's you. Canadian Girl, Hoya from Peacunt. Okie dokie. What's up, Canadian Girl? LOL. It's back. Yes, there we go. Peacunt gets the shout out love. Sexy. Yes, Sexy Perry. We got that one. Brutal Pain gets a shout out love from Psych Clyde. Special mystery guest on tonight's PCL. Yeah, that's what Tom has been teasing us with. And I said Tony, but I can't imagine it would be Tony that quick, but it would be amazing if it was Tony. So you have to tune in for the last day of March Matters, PCL tonight. Perry Caravella Live. It's going to be Friday night. It's 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock East. You know I'll be in the chat with you guys. And we got to see who this special guest is. Brutal Pain gets salutes from Spurg Snake. Brutal Pain gets the love from the Reverend Wild Bill. Widow Killer gets the love from Peacunt. Ross Dog's Broken Spear checked in and says, who killed JFK? Who cares over here? How you doing, Ross Dog's Broken Spear? Hey, mate. Welcome to the Positive Vibes. I know. Who do you think it is Widow Killer? BP getting the love from Whitney. I'm going to scan through these. Tom made it seem like it was Tony. Really, Psych? I was looking for some kind of clue or indication in what he was saying or what he was not saying. So you have to tune in tonight for the last day of March Matters. And I heard them say, Scott, that they're probably not going to do like a show next Monday, or they're not sure because they're like fried from doing like a week of shows.
Right.
Every day. The Reverend Wild Bill, hey, from Whitney's Tits. These guys are Masons, says the Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. Reverend Wild Bill shouts out Ross Dog's Broken Spirit with a Hoya and says, I know who really did, talking about Kennedy. Mandy Div gets a shout out love from Canadian Girl. They want to protect the dancing Israelis. Buckshot Kid Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Buckshot Kid says, I've been busy trying to get a woman out of my house. Yeah, I don't want to blow up your spot, but that is one of the early things he said when he was kind of bowing out, is that he's got a situation going on. So there's a clue that kind of indicates that. The Reverend Wild Bill, you been there? Is that what you said, Scott?
Right.
Scott's like, I feel that pain. UJ was doing DMT last night, or was that SJ? Oh, Uncle Jack was doing DMT last night. So you know how it went. That's what's going on in the middle of the night, Scott. Wow.
Yeah, I guess I'm not real sure, even familiar with what DMT really is, but
doesn't sound like it sounds like bad. Drugs are bad. Okay.
I could tell you can tell he's under the influence of some little something.
Everything except common sense. Hey, gang from Electric Gino. Electric Gino. Electric Head Gino Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. We're still commencing with the opening chat family check-in. We're about to get down to the bottom of it. FJM says, yes, I was walking the dog a very short walk. Well, that's good, Jim. So you're back home. They got the stint. They got your blood flowing. So you take the dog for a walk and you push the rest of that calcium through your blood, man. Don't let that stuff build up in you, buddy. Keep moving. FJM gets the love from Spurksnake. On a 4K big screen, Bobby Fran's nose hairs look like the Chahulfa. FJM throwing out the love. Ruby was hired to kill Oswald. Okay, they're getting into that. And he was vaping it. We get into DMT equals mushroom, says the Reverend Wild Bill.
Okay.
Psychotropics. That's the more you know. Oh my God. And the Reverend says he was vaping mushrooms.
Okay. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know vaping mushrooms was a thing, really.
I'm not sure.
They don't have that here, Ryan. I don't guess we got that here yet.
We don't do vaping mushrooms around these parts either, Scott Fitzpatrick. Our friend Popke says, if it was real DMT, basically go catatonic for 10 to 15 minutes hallucinating. So yeah, like you said, Scott, I think your indication was right. He appeared to be under the influence of something, and apparently it was mushrooms or DMT, according to our friends that looked in. Spurksnake, I've been trying it for over 2 weeks. All right, well, you guys,
There's anything wrong with that, Uncle Jack, by the way. That's just your thing.
That's right, because I always say that. I'm over here smoking weed, so who am I to judge? But we just want everybody to be safe, man, and kind of, moderate, slow your roll. We don't want to see nobody like doing no dumb shit to themselves or like laughing at their demise and all that stuff.
Right.
I saw vaping mushrooms in the 80s, Mom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage for the first time. Vaping mushrooms. And with that, unnecessary echo. We turn the unnecessary echo off and we close the opening chat family check-in and we get on some more fun with the show, folks. This is the Vibe Stream Show 276. It's Friday. There is one more day in March left, but it's Friday, and that was the opening chat family check-in.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's what we're doing. You're talking amongst yourselves. You're talking with me and Scott, and we do this every day, Monday through Friday. We create positive vibes and have a lot of fun here on the Vibe in the midday. Yeah, Scott, I think I am up for like some spring cleaning outside, buddy. I've had some things that are wind blown and not in the way they should be from the winter. I think I'm going to have to finally get to it.
Yeah, so I went around just kind of trying to earn my keep. I went around Stormy's yard picking up trash and stuff. But then while I was out there trying to help them out, she was in my room cleaning it. So
that's good as long as everybody keeps moving. You know what they say: many hands make work light, or light work, right? So they say. Yeah. That's what they say, buddy. All right, well, how about we can do either the news first, or we can talk about your Tammy hole or whatever. I got a couple of your Tammy videos. I thought I had a Cyrex video here too, but yeah. So we'll talk about your girl Tammy here, I guess. So you got a couple more videos in the box, Scott. So you're always out there watching. What's your takeaways from Tammy lately? What's catching your interest about her?
Every time she mentions the hemlock, the poisonous plants that always interest me, but she doesn't touch on. Everything's real vague, you know. She don't give details. Yeah. She just tell you, where some poison plants are growing and they're killing the people, and nobody will listen. And it's kind of a circle, you know. It gets.
Yeah, she has like crazy. She has like crazy bullet points or whatever, right?
Yeah. That really are kind of vague, you know. They have no ending. There's no who's they, you know. The government. Who's the government really? You know, who are you talking to? I don't know.
Yeah, I think we already did Living in the Back Seat. I got that one right there. Let's see. Let's talk about. Let me show you a couple videos that you got. This was titled Rotten. Something's going on. These are like double playing. Let me go. Everything's double playing when I click on your videos, Scott. I noticed that earlier.
What's that mean?
It's like, it starts to play, and when I click on it the second time, the first one's already playing. Something weird going on. Might be my computer. It might not have nothing to do with you. Let me see. So I'm trying to find your videos right now on your page. I'm on PropMaster69 trying to get a clean. There we go. I started the one, but it was playing double on me. Here we go. Let me go to your page. I see everybody else come up, but you. I see Terry Nee come up, Jake Hudson come up. Oh, there's Prop Master 69. Yeah, everybody else comes up with your stuff before you do, Scott. Jake Hudson and Terry did. All right, man, you got a couple of making faces. You got a couple of them on here.
Yeah, the ones with the faces, she's got a couple of them. She goes through the, well, because we've been talking about their faces. The reason kind of did those is because we was talking about the faces she makes. So I caught a few funny faces.
All right, but here comes one with funny faces. Making faces right here. This is Scott's girl falling down Scott's hole with Tammy Hall. Here we go. Making faces. Watch these.
Thank you. You know what? I've had more compliments about my hat.
The hat.
Do you know what? I think I'll take my hat off so I can get compliments about my hair.
Oh. Ooh, sexy.
What do you think? You like it? Looking good, huh? It's looking spicy.
It's looking spicy.
Yeah, see that one was spicy. If you hit making faces,
yeah,
that'll be the faces video that comes up next.
All right.
Looking spicy, mama. Spicy.
She is.
Thank you. Damn, your face scared me when I figured that found it. When I flipped the page. Shut up!
So somebody flipped too and then went down. Was that you saying that?
No, it was just somebody random that she just read out loud, and then she was going to run through a series of faces here as the video plays.
You're just being granny old woman. Somebody typed on the page.
Shut up! Damn, your face scared me when I.
Wait a minute.
Damn, your face scared me when I figured that found it. When I flipped the page. Shut up! Shut up! Damn, your face scared me when I flipped the page. There, I'll scare you real bad. I'll scare you to fucking death. How about that?
Jesus. She knows she can make some faces.
Oh, there goes the po-po again. Oh, bye-bye. Say cheaper. Bye-bye. Oh, she's seen another dog. Damn, your face.
All right, so there's another one of your videos. Oh, shit. Damn, your face. I just stumbled upon the page and that's what you see. All right, so this next one's called Teasing the Dog.
I can't remember which one's which anymore.
You got tons of them, and if you want to see these at your leisure or any or many more of these are all on Scott's page. Like Scott goes through and like makes these little shorts. Prop Master 69. His link is running throughout the show chat in the show chat today. Check out some
she's making faces at the dog. I think, yeah. Well, this is a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good one.
I'm gonna do. Let me make it full screen properly. Hard to. There we go.
I made him.
That poor dog's always whining, Scott.
She gets mad at me when I make faces at her.
Look at this one.
We do it playing though. That's what she's doing. She's snoring at the dog.
Even the dog knows that she's fucked up. What the fuck? Even that dog knows. She's like, you ugly and scaring the fuck out of me. What is wrong?
Yeah.
What is wrong with
Whenever
you?
she flicks her tongue at the dog gets upset.
Yeah, because it's right. It's like if it was human, it'd be, ew, stop, you nasty bitch. But that dog can't say those words. So it just cries. Now, Scott, I saw this one yesterday in our thing. This was you walking along a trail, and you titled this one, The Dangers of Energy Drinks.
Yeah, I'll tell you how I found it. I was playing hide and go seek with my granddaughter.
Yeah.
And I laid down behind some railroad ties or whatever, out in the yard. And there happened to be a Monster can laying there. And at first I thought it was just like little berries or something. But then I got a closer look, and I seen this few still moving. That was coming out of the can. There's a trail of dead ants.
Well, yeah, and so Scott made like a inadvertent scientific discovery, because typically you see like a soda spilled on the ground, right? And all the bugs or whatever bugs are around, they're eating it, and they're like running and marching from it. But watch what Scott found here. We found out, and it's sad because there are real life stories about, there was a young fitness influencer, Scott. I think she was all of 24 years old, and her bit online, buddy, was caffeine and fitness, those drinks, like all the time, like multiple times a day. And she had a heart attack, and she would go to the gym after taking those. She's 24. Right. She died of a heart attack. from doing that shit.
Well, you'll see in the video. I mean, I don't know if I want to say to let people see, but it's just ants love sugar, and whatever it is that killed them that fast. But as soon as they get out of that can, it started killing them.
Yeah, I don't know if they're like, because at first I'm like, are they high or are they like stoned or whatever? But you have to. That's why I'm glad we gave some detail, because I'm like, first, what is this? But then when Scott Gimson closed, you're going to see basically a trail of death from this can of Monster. So apparently, don't leave Monster out, or if you're trying to kill bugs, maybe you want to use some Monster energy drink.
It can't be good for a person if it doesn't.
Energy drinks are bad, okay?
You know what that is?
Well, it's like I say, anything in moderation is, and people don't moderate. They think they can drink this shit like water and go work out at a gym. And you got young people that are dying because their heart can't take this excess caffeine and all that guarana and whatever shit's in it. But yeah, this is not, at first I thought this was like little raccoon shit. I'm like, oh man, Scott showed me some animal shit on the ground. But then I really watched the video, and this is dead ants. Dead ant, 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 dead ant. Scott found dead ants.
Dead ants.
No, there you go. Dead ants, dead ants, dead ants. They did. For the first you might think it's a beer, and okay, you think, okay, they might be stoned, but they're not. They did.
Yeah.
They had like little ant heart attacks.
There was a few alive ones coming out of the can, some fresh ones.
Yeah.
When I first found the can, but then by the time I got my camera and everything, and run the dog off because he's disturbing my specimens.
and then their heart starts racing and they die. Wow.
That fast.
I think wow. Ant carnage. So we learned something there. Look at that. Just by playing with the grandkids. There you go. I want to thank my friend Two Joints for checking in with his 6-month member chat. I'm so pleased that people would even be a member for 1 month. Fran Drescher just bought the rights to the Wild Western film. 95% of Perry's scenes have been clipped like a Jewish bris. Great channel, BF brother. Thank you, Two Joints, man. We are chat family. I got Two Joints with me, member for 6 months. And my stream on spots lets me know that. We got the O face. I'll show him my O face. Jim FJM's making some faces. No, that's not Robert Downey Jr. FJM brother, best to you for your health. I want to thank the Reverend Wild Bill for checking in with his 9-month member, Scott. I'm getting to this point with my channel where we're starting to like build up some time, man, with members. This is really something.
Yeah.
Wow. Member for 9 months. Next stop is a member for 1 year. What do you gonna know, Reverend Wild Bill? Thank you, man. If you ever told me that I could even do this for a month and have great people support me monthly, like the Reverend Wild Bill, I would have never known it was true. The Reverend Wild Bill continues to be a sponsor. Two Joints says, dogs crying for help. The Reverend Wild Bill says, does not seem like I have been a member for 9 months. That means I have been watching for over a year now. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, you've been supporting me a lot longer than I even had memberships. Because I only really got the memberships going, like, last January, I think I got the memberships finally going, Scott, after a long struggle. Finally got them going. The energy drinks and bad, okay, says the Reverend Wild Bill. Brutal Pain says, I'm drinking one right now. Yeah, well, you're not an ant, number one, and don't drink 100 of them over there, Brutal Pain. Don't make your heart pop out of your chest. Ants only like C4, just like Perry, right? Right, Perry?
Shut the fuck up.
You love C4, especially when you're low on energy. Was going through the motions to get ready to replace my right hip. Left hip was done almost 2 years ago. This German Irishman will go down fighting like a motherfucker. They can rebuild him bigger, stronger, faster. They can decalcify him. It's FJM. All right. Keep it up. That's right. Keep fighting a good fight, FJM. Good morning, Brutal Pain from Two Joints. Hoya Brutal Pain. Hoya Two Joints. Hoya Nerd from Brutal Pain. While monster drinks are not designed to kill ants, a high concentration of caffeine that can be found in some energy drinks can be toxic to them. And apparently, yeah, see, that's some more you know. Scott didn't have to go on no Google to find out that shit. He went out and did the research himself. He found that he got evidence right here, damn it. It says, science. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Red Bull, it don't give ants wings. No, Red Bull is the worst. Now you know why they say Red Bull gives you wings. Because you become an angel. It kills your ass. They were some good ants. We'll miss you, ants. Bye, ants. Pass it to the left. Pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side. The Dutchie on the left-hand side. I say. What we got going on here? We got the night bots running all of our bots. What about Two Cold Brews? Total 600 milligrams of caffeine. Barely touches me. I just love it. Like I say, we just want you to be safe, whatever you do. All in moderation. We don't want you anybody dropping over from what they enjoy. FJM, how old are you? He told us a couple weeks ago how old he was. He had his first heart attack. I think when he said he was 37. I think he'll tell us in a minute. Puff, puff, pass, says the Reverend Wild Bill. I think
might as well.
We fell down the Tammy hole pretty good. I'm enjoying this, man. Like I said, I don't know that I would take the time to watch her on my own, but you definitely got me interested in some Tammy stuff for real. For real.
Yeah, it's not for everybody to watch. Like it's not as fun as Perry. It's like generic Perry or something.
But not well, I will have to say she's very close in that
the way she gets set off on the chats and stuff.
Set off easily by what's said. She's very mantic and frantic and kind of has her kind of own notions and ideas about life. Crazy ones at that. Well, wait a minute. All right. Well, first of all, we got somebody's looking for Scott.
Scott and I have we've already got our plans made up. Scott, I love Scott. But Scott's one of those guys, and I get it because I'm kind of this way too. Scott knows what he's saying.
Does he?
But you don't always know what Scott's saying. Scott is just, he's Mickey from Rocky, man. That's Scott's fault. No, it is Scott's fault. And Scott doesn't care. When I say Scott doesn't care, Scott's real world, I'm real world. The internet does not impact Scott. Scott's like, they didn't do shit. Scott doesn't know what he's in for. Scott seems cool. Scott talks like cheese, but he's not quite as dumb. Scott's not a dumb guy.
Nope.
Scott. That is the perfect description of Scott.
I agree, Aaron. I don't agree with him with much, but I agree with that. I agree with that right there. Fucking Aaron. There you go. I hope everybody's having fun with this today. We are having it. We're doing it. It is Friday. And as my friend, the Reverend Wild Bill, let me know, he's got a calendar he looked at. We got one more day, Monday the 31st. As I'm looking at some stuff right here. Just lining up some of my next segments that we're about to get ready to do and get into right here on the vibe. We fell down the Tammy hole. What else I want to play for you today? Kind of blow our load Friday kind of here. All right. Well, I think maybe we'll make our way over and start doing the not so serious news. I think that's what we're going to get into now. FJM lets everybody know that he's 62 years old and hanging in there. He's hanging and banging. He's screwing it. He's doing it. Widow Killer says, didn't a girl die after having a lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink, an energy drink? They had at Panera. I'm not familiar with an exact drink or anything specific like that, Widow Killer, but I did just like 2 days ago just pass a story of a young fitness influencer on like TikTok or one of those, Instagram, and 24 years old, brags about how she just lives her life. She was like the caffeine workout chick. It was like part of her angle, Scott, or something like that.
Right.
It's dangerous shit. Brian Kowalczyk says, good morning/afternoon all. Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening to everybody tuning in for the positive vibes and ending their week on a positive note, starting off early. I would rather do 500 milligrams of edible indica than an energy drink, says our friend Reverend Bill. She says some funny shit talking about Tammy, Scott.
Yeah, it's
she does.
And to be truthful with you, the clipping, making clips of her ain't that hard because I don't know the exact number. When her camera, she shoots the camera to where I don't have to resize it or whatever.
I noticed that she already shoots in that kind of that format. Yeah,
so
bro.
That kind of helps on the making clips and stuff.
That helps make them fast. It helps make them fast, and plus, she's a content. I mean, like anytime you turn her on, you could get everything is like clip worthy. Everything she says, very easy to find 30-second clip worthy shit that she says because she's always going off on different little rants.
Right. Sometimes what I do is I'll just take my finger on the fast forward thing, and I'll scan, and whenever I see her getting automated, that's when I'll stop and see what's going on.
She's great, man. Chef's kiss. You found a great one. Easy. She's wacky. She's easy to clip, and she's a lot of fun to like listen to. Scott is a state of mind. He's in a Scott state of mind. Boom, boom. Scott! Yes. But did you see the other day, Brian, where Scott drew something on his face? And he always wears sunglasses. Can't see his brows anyway. Glasses on his face. I shaved my eyebrows once. I looked like the kid from Mass. Glasses on his face. Yes, he did. He did it for Super Chats. Glasses on his face. Get your glasses on his face. Kathy says, and they are going to do your hip. How long is the recovery from surgery? Hey, we're having health talk in the chat today. That's what we do. We create health talk vibes, whatever you want to talk about. Scott is an enigma. Ooh, enigma, please. Come on. Let me see. Says the Reverend Wild Bill. That was nice of him. Brian Kowalczyk says, Hoya to the Rev, Nerd, Pecan, FJM, Spurg, and Kathy. FJM says, I was walking with in 2 months, worked my ass off. Ice, baby. They gave me an ice packs that you put frozen water bottles in, and it circulates the cold water. Hey, what's up, Brian? Getting the love from Sissy. I did a lot of crazy shit when I was younger, man. Paying for it now. Icebox, not ice packs. All right, FJM. Well, how about this, my friend? Let me take this out of the backstage. I'm going to slide over to my news studio because it's Friday. We're going to head into the weekend with a couple of few news stories when I go over to my news desk with the Vibe Not So Serious News. Let's go, Friday. It's Friday. And this is the Vibe Not So Serious News on BF Live, stream show 276. Could you hook a brother up with a free like, share, subscribe, wherever you happen to be watching the show today? We're going to do a few stories here. So we opened up the show talking about baseball in relation to Scott and his shaving challenge. And as we can see, Scott won the challenge because the New York Yankees beat the Milwaukee Brewers yesterday, Andrew's team. So we kind of know that from baseball already. So we got I have a couple baseball stories I'm going to start off the news with today. What was it the last, I don't know why I can't remember the last hurricane we have. Something with an H. What was the last big storm that blew through? Maybe it's in this article.
I don't remember the names.
Milton. I'm glad it's in this article, Scott, because I don't remember either. But I do remember seeing the video, the graphic video of the roof being blown off the Tampa Bay Devil Rays Stadium because when they had Hurricane Milton down there, buddy. It was like that material roof or fabric roof. It's like destroyed.
I don't guess I've seen that.
This was, I don't know if they have it part of this. I think unless you missed that show that day. Well, anyway, because the late last year or earlier this year, whenever Milton occurred, like late last year, yes, the roof got ripped off of the Tampa Bay Rays Stadium. They were already considering building a new stadium elsewhere because of the condition of their current stadium, but the timing didn't work out. The storm messed up their timing. So now the Tampa Bay Devil Rays have to play in the Yankees minor league stadium, which is kind of in the vicinity of Tampa Bay. And it says the Rays make an unexpected announcement ahead of their first game at the new stadium. So what the story is about is that even though the Devil Rays aren't the best Major League Baseball team and they have a shitty stadium, they typically always sell out their opening day game. And that tradition continued over their replacement for their other field. Make no mistake, no one disputes that Friday's Tampa Bay Rays opener will look different. The Rays won't begin their home slate at Tropicana Field for the first time in franchise history. Instead, the Rays are playing the 2025 season at George M. Steinbrenner Field, the New York Yankees spring training home, after the Tropicana Field suffered extensive damage during Hurricane Milton. However, the more things change, the more they stay the same. The new venue and a lack of roof and Tampa Bay humidity won't keep fans away, because the Rays announced that this opener was sold out just like all the other ones in the past. So, yeah, it's funny because everything's labeled the Yankees down there. I happened to drive by that stadium when I was down in Tampa. So they're kind of putting all the Rays logos on it. And because they don't have a stadium, now a Major League Baseball team is having to use the Yankees minor league facility to host their games. So it's much smaller than their old stadium, Scott, as well.
Right.
It's a lot smaller. Which wasn't not a bad thing because Tampa had like a shitty dome. A lot of people in Florida didn't even like going in it, even though they didn't like sitting out in the sun either. But So now they're playing, I think it's like 10,000 less seats in there, but it's still a sellout. So we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, right. They have 25,000 typically at Tropicana Field, but they only had like 14,000 at this game. So baseball season's underway. We'll see if the Rays, if they ever end up getting a new stadium. But yeah, they had to kind of make different plans for when Hurricane Milton came through. Now, Scott, I have a story about the very game that you won your bet on yesterday, buddy.
Right on, man.
This is about, there's always, I sing the national anthem at all of these games. And typically, if there's enough national anthems sung, there's always some kind of like controversy, or something that has gone on around it. Well, yesterday was no different for the Yankees-Brewers game. We're going to watch this. This is national anthem story. A national anthem performance before the Yankees-Brewers game sparks strong reaction. While Thursday's opening day was memorable for most New York Yankees fans because of the team's 4-2 win over the Milwaukee Brewers, others may leave Yankee Stadium with one not-so-fond memory. Moments before the first pitch, the Yankees brought out Broadway singer and Tony Award-nominated performer Betsy Wolfe, who most recently starred in & Juliet, to sing the national anthem. And what ensued was the moment Wolfe and many fans in attendance would presumably like to forget. Wolfe's rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner drew some heavy criticism on social media after fans noticed, Scott, that she was reading the lyrics from her phone as she was singing. So she was cheating, buddy.
Right.
She was cheating. Now, we've had all kind of stories. We've heard them sung out of pitch. We've had Roseanne sing a terrible version back in the day. We've had people mispronounce words. I see you backstage. But this one, I've never seen a story about people being upset because, I guess she really didn't want to fuck up, maybe. So she read she had the lyrics on her phone. So what do you think about that? Do you think a singer should kind of know what she's doing, or even a male, anybody?
Well, I'm not a singer, and I've heard many times that singing the song is actually and remembering the words is actually when the spotlight's on you and everything, it becomes like a
reflex.
Yeah, you just well, I mean, they choke. It's easy to choke, and I guess
I can imagine.
I think it's just to help keep you from choking is the cheat sheet.
Yeah, well, maybe she was nervous. It says Space Nerd. Maybe she was nervous. Yeah, so people were like apparently criticizing her. There you do. Kathy's doing her health report in the chat. Yes, maybe she was nervous. Pulmonary doc won't clear me for surgery, Red Bill. It's surgery talk in the chat, but let's see how this guy's doing and feeling. I had a feeling he would join us. He's the bro, He always comes and shows up at some point, and here he is today. He's from the Great White North. He is Bobby Nick.
Boom! Hey, motherfuckers, how's it going?
How you doing, man? It's Friday, man. We're having it and we're doing it, Bobby.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. I'm glad you're here. Must be like Baba Booey for Baba Booey, Tata Toothy, Rarita. Bobby Nick, says our friend Pecan checking in. He's got the call out for you right away.
Pecan, good to see you, brother.
How you doing, buddy? I did a little build up for those that didn't see how the whole shaving incident went down. I was telling before I introduced Scott, I set it up and let people kind of wonder if he had facial hair for those that didn't tune in for the great shaving last night, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, right, yeah.
How did that go, my friend?
Well, Scott was off the hook.
Yeah,
I was off the hook. He did not have to shave, and we left it up to the last fucking second. Yeah, last night. We actually went a little bit overtime.
What you saying?
Well, Andrew's caretaker, she was. I guess she was the only one working there last night.
Okay.
So,
let me get done with wiping these asses over here before I worry about cutting somebody's hair.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
All right. Well,
plus one of Andrew's roommates that we had never met before rolled in and took over the show for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, he was talking to us and everything. It was somebody named Nick.
Whoa!
I had never in all my 4 years of podcasting with Andrew.
Yeah,
I had never heard of Nick before.
I can't say either, Bob, and I'm kind of right there with you as far as how long we've been podcasting with him. We know Cody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's never brought up Nick before. Well, maybe I wonder if Nick's like maybe pushing Andrew out, going, Andrew, I'm really going to enjoy this room when you leave here. Okay, he's in there like having visions of the future. I'm going to have so much fun when this is my room, Andrew. Can you get the fuck out, please? Well, I know everybody's checking in. It's Avocado King. Bobby Nick says the Reverend Wild Bill.
Oh, yeah, Wild Bill. Good to see you.
Space Chief shouting you out. You know Pecan shouted you out.
Chief.
And Brian threw that Canadian flag up there, which can only mean one thing. He's acknowledging our friend Bobby Nick. Licking doorknob, says Jerry Lahane. What is Jerry Lahane? He's getting something out of us. So it just happens that you arrive when we're doing a story about the very game that apparently saved Scott from having to shave his facial hair off.
Ah.
This is the national anthem being sung at that very game, at the Brewers-Yankees game. And the controversy around this particular performance is that people are being critical of the singer who is using a cell phone, Bob, for the lyrics.
Oh, really?
Right, because I mean we've heard him like sung out of tune. We've heard all kind of stuff. So maybe she didn't want to forget the lyrics. So let's watch this and see if anybody cares or if you even noticed the difference.
Great tradition of opening day. The New York.
I had this timestamp, I thought. Here we go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the microphone behind home plate. Our guest will soon be starring as Joy in the title role, the highly anticipated new Broadway musical. This summer. She most recently wrapped her acclaimed tenure with the hit musical And Juliet as Anne Hathaway, where she was nominated for the 2023
All right, with the intro.
Tony
For Christ's sake,
Award
just get to singing.
Actress in a musical. Lady Betsy Wolfe.
Jesus.
She will now sing our national anthem.
Hang it. They're on their phone.
Oh, say, can you see
Jose.
by the dawn's early light
Johnny A.
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
I don't know where these gripes come from. She's not reading it so far.
Yeah,
O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.
I think there's like one shot with her on the phone. Right there. It's not like she's doing War Rack. Like those white rappers War Rack. There you go.
That our flag was
I don't really think she leaned on. Oh, she's got it. What's she doing? What is it? Oh, she's looking down at it right there.
that star-spangled banner yet wave.
Maybe she's taking a selfie video.
Ah, Scott makes a fair point. Although, I don't know. Whoa.
He's all right.
There you go. She didn't know it.
Oh, that was really good. No, maybe she just needed a little bit of help. Maybe she just needed a little bit of help. You know, I'm going to say this. People are so particular about the fucking national anthem that I'd say they've pushed people to have to do this.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Bobby Nick makes a fair point that the nerves they get to somebody that if you fuck this up, right? It's such a crucial song that gets people so cranked. Yeah. And then so then she took a step to make sure that she didn't fuck up, and they came after her anyway. You make a fair point there. Earpiece, Jerry Lahane says, yeah, they can hear that backing, so they don't have to just hear their echo. A jail outfit. Oh, somebody, Two Joint says, you got mail.
You've got mail.
Oh, line, please. Line. Jose noticed me. Okay. Girl Can Sang, says Johnny A. Roseanne Barr was better. I forgive her. It would suck worse to choke, says Josh in Tennessee. So here we go. She sang white enough. Oh, Canada, says Brian Kowalczyk. When they sing, they play it to keep them on key. The avocado is right. Talking about Bobby Nick. He likes your opinion. The avocado is right. Two Joints gets a salute from Brian Kowalczyk. She could have sped it up a bit. Ouch, Popke. Yeah, the only way you want to forgive that is like if they're waiting for a flyover, because sometimes at the stadium when I go to, it's like, they drag out the notes, and then before you know it, they come flying over. But other than that, yeah, like speed up things. It's like TV time. We got to get on with our lives. Well, we got the boy Bobby Nick here. We're in the middle here of the not so serious news. And this certainly qualifies. I want to talk about like comedians and fame and girlfriends and stuff in this next story. This next story involves the comedian Shane Gillis and his girlfriend. You ever seen, Shane's got a little bit of a hottie there, Scott, if you ever noticed him online.
I haven't. I'm not aware of his. I know who he is, but I don't know who his. I've never seen this woman.
Yeah, Shane Gillis is the famous comedian who famously was signed for Saturday Night Live, but then his Twitter history came back to bite him in his ass, and then he kind of lost out on the job and went through the whole controversy. And full circle comes back around, a little time goes by, and he ended up hosting Saturday Night Live. So times have changed. But Shane is pulling down a good girl. He's pulling a good one. He's out kicking his coverage, as some people would say. And so I've heard people say online that the only reason he can pull down this girl is because of his fame, Scott. So
probably.
Maybe he would admit that if we ask him. But Shane Gillis is one of the most popular American comedians right now in the industry. But it was his girlfriend who was commanding attention with a recent post on Instagram this week. Brazzle, an Instagram model, no other name but just one name, Brassel, Brassel, an Instagram model, has built up a massive social media following of her own and regularly shares photo of herself living life alongside the former Saturday Night Live comedian. And that once again was the case this week. So let's go down here to and I guess the question is, Scott, like, would he be pulling this if he wasn't like famous? In a post on Instagram Wednesday night, Brassel shared some photos of the couple's recent trip to the United Kingdom, where the two hung out with friends and attended UFC Fight Night, Edwards versus Brady, in London's O2 Arena. She shared some snaps from the fight as well as some photos from their time spent out in London, and Gillis, of course, was featured in several photos. So there's this girl. That's what I'm talking about. All right?
Yeah.
It's definitely sunglasses off segment. Chubby famous rich guy gets hot chick story. It checks out. Exactly, bro. Watch. So yeah, this is what he's. But yeah, I've literally like heard controversy or people debating this online, Scott, and they're like, no way that Shane would be pulling this if he wasn't famous, dude. No way. He's like, he's weird.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if I like him. I mean, he's not. I'm not real familiar with his comedy or anything, but I've seen him out in videos of him out and about. And if he's friends with you, then he seems like a good friend. But if he ain't friends with you, then he's a dick.
That might be the case. But they're having some Guinness over there in London, enjoying the scenery and all, hanging out with the hotties. But I just thought it was funny because I had already heard the story, like so many people like complaining, like, how did he pull this, getting a hottie like this and all? No way that if he was a regular dude and walked in a bar and he wasn't a famous comedian that he would ever score with a chick like this and all.
He's always running around with Joe Rogan and rubbing shoulders with the famous.
Yes. When you're Space Nerd, this, I think some guys have figured this out. Nothing wrong with a chubby guy. Make me laugh and other things, and I'm down. And that's what we really learn about, at least I have about women, is that a lot of times it isn't really about look. It's how you carry yourself, and if you're a happy person, if you can make them laugh, it goes a long way, Scott.
Yeah, you got to wear them down. Some guys can just hook them right on the first day. I'm one of them wear them down guys. I gotta.
Yeah, but I definitely start with the being funny right away, like making the jokes, because it keeps me on my toes and stops all the uncomfortable silence and all that stuff. But yeah, so Shane is pulling that, hanging out with the hotties in O2 Arena. But like I said, Popke knows. He's like, yeah, it checks out. So there you go. So that's a little kind of celebrity story. Well, Shane Gillis, but there you go. You see him like you said, he's friends with Joe Rogan, that whole set, and Kill Tony. Yeah, and I think he moved to Austin, where kind of Kill Tony is kind of
it's the hot spot for the comedy right now scene.
Yeah, It is. Like when California, they're saying it's getting expensive, and when they were shutting everything down from COVID, Austin opened up quicker, and now they do kill Tony from there. Let's see. Chicks like funny, says Popkey. Unfunny men need not apply, says Space Nerd. Right, because, I imagine Space Nerd, if the argument, based on the argument you're making, if a guy's like really super handsome and put together, but he's a dick and he's not funny, Scott, ain't gonna do nothing for the women, is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
Not in the long term.
Brian Kowalczyk says, make them laugh and then make them breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Make breakfast. That's what I'm talking about. Josh in Tennessee says, just like Anthony Kiedis with that 19-year-old chick, which I pulled up a picture of that last week, boy. That looks that looks like a scene. BK, Space Nerd said, knows that you get it. All right, well, why don't we turn it over? We're here in the middle of the BF Live, the Vibe, not so serious news, but we also need to do some weather. So let me take you over to the BF Live. Let's do a little weather report here on the Vibe. Let's check it out.
Ya al momento aquí en el centro de la ciudad de Monterrey, la temperatura marca 23 grados. En esta ocasión tenemos vientos provenientes del noroeste en los 5 kilómetros por hora. La humedad se mantiene muy baja en el 30% y la presión marcando los 1009 milibares. Como bien lo mencionábamos, el día de hoy ya alcanzamos la máxima temperatura, los 26 grados centígrados. Esperamos que en el transcurso del día la temperatura continúe descendiendo, llegando hoy por la noche hasta los 17 grados centígrados. Pero ¿qué nos espera para los próximos días? Es momento de seguir planeando nuestras actividades y es que vienen cambios importantes en la temperatura. Regresa las bajas temperaturas a nuestra ciudad de Monterrey. Esperamos que para mañana miércoles la mínima sea de 10, máxima de 20. Y
looks like we have a fan here. My boy knows her name. This is Janet Garcia.
Un solo dígito. Valores mínimos de 4 y 6 grados. La máxima se va a elevar desde los 17 hasta reportar 18 grados. Para este fin de semana continuará nuestro cielo muy nublado. Tenemos alrededor de un 20% de que lluvias en nuestra ciudad de
Brian
Monterrey.
says, I'm fluent in Espanol now.
Un 20%, pero hay que tomarlo en cuenta en nuestros planes. Ya para el día domingo, la
It's going to be muy caliente. That means very hot.
Llegando a los 21 grados por la tarde. Igualmente, nuestro cielo comienza a despejarse. Y para mañana hay que tomar en cuenta que van a estar muy bajas las temperaturas. Al momento de la entrada, 10 grados solamente. Y al momento de la salida, 18 grados. Así que bueno, a mandarlos muy bien abrigados, por supuesto, a los niños a la escuela. Y estas bajas temperaturas ocasionadas por el frente frío número 35 de la temporada, que lo estamos viendo a continuación, y esto ya se localiza sobre el norte de Tamaulipas y se extiende hasta el oriente de Chihuahua. El sistema frontal continúa avanzando hacia el sureste de la República Mexicana. Es por ello que para los próximos días llegará a nuestro estado de Nuevo León, favoreciendo y provocando estas bajas temperaturas.
Hey, honey, I hope you don't talk with your mouth full.
Asimismo, tenemos la novena tormenta invernal de la temporada que se localiza sobre el norte de Texas. Esta tormenta invernal está favoreciendo y también provocando bajas temperaturas.
McGee says, do any other weather reporters face the screen? Hello, today, here's the weather.
Principalmente en Sonora.
All right, it's the ass up weather. You get it. That's 4 minutes long, guys. We'll make a mess in here. Holy shit. I was trying to include some weather with the news here, so that's what I found. That's what pillows are for, Scott and friends.
I just saw an ass and tits.
Take a breath, says FJM. No doubt, she did. Like, do any other weather reporters face the screen? Them Latin countries, they got that weather girl situation on lockdown, boy. I bet they got some ratings right there.
Well, don't they use green screen? So she ain't even seeing that kind of. She's doing that on purpose, right?
I don't know. Well, they're definitely doing it on purpose. I don't know what kind of technology she's using for that ass, but she's definitely doing it on purpose. Definitely doing it on purpose. Let's put this up here. All right, let's run this.
Looks like she was molded into that fucking dress. Jesus Christ.
That's amazing. My boy Widow Killer knew her by name. That's a fan right there, boy. All right, let's continue. Let's continue on another report for the news. Here we go.
Well, more bodily functions in the news this morning. The next time you pass gas, make sure no police are around. A man in West Virginia faces assault charges after police say he passed gas and handed the officer. I mean, don't laugh. After the man was already arrested for DUI, according to police report of St. Cruz. I can't even get through this.
He passed the gas so loudly, the officer said it was, quote, very odorous and created and created contact of an insulting or provoking nature. See, that wasn't even right. To put that story in there was wrong. That was wrong, man.
I didn't see it when
God,
I was
did
looking
you get
through the
arrested?
script. He stuck that in there.
Very odorous. There you go.
One more bottle.
All right, there we go. With the fart news. The fart news in there. I knew Scott would like that one. There you go. Having fun finishing off this week right here on the Vibe. All right. But let's go. How about this? Let's check in with the chat because I think a friend checked in. It's the lovely Gina Bobina checked in. Because Brian's saying hi to Gina.
Gina.
She's saying her hellos to everyone, and everybody's saying hello back. Gina's giving the love, hearts and love. Sean Riggle says, Scott's going to get arrested for the toots, says Sean Riggle, who reminds us always that pee is stored in the bowls. He probably ate possum pie, says FJM. Farts are always funny, says Josh in Tennessee.
Yeah,
right. As soon as the fart humor comes up, Scott's name is always thrown out there. Scott's farts aren't insulting, just odorous. Hey, boyfriends. Hey, Gina Bobina checking in. You're checking in for the Vibe, not so serious news. With the little news right there. Let's do. Hang on, my thing's double playing again. Hang on a second.
Uh-oh.
That is weird. When I go to the shorts, Bob, they're like double playing on me or something like that. I'll go. That is weird. Always something technical you're dealing with here on the Vibe, though. On every show. Let's see. Not weather report, just bikini report. I'm looking for bikini report. As we continue on with the Vibe. Sean Riggle gets a shout out love from Pecan.
What the fuck are you doing, Scott? Why are you leaning back and then leaning forward like that?
He's trying to rock. He's trying to get one out.
I'm rolling my chair back. It's got wheels on it now.
Oh, okay.
I was just imagining playing like I was Andrew.
Uh-oh. What I got? I seem to have lost my last bikini report that I had. Here it is. Wait a minute. Here we go. All right, we'll take you over to a bikini report today about some mysterious things showing up. Take it away, bikini report. Tell us what's going on.
Something freaky recently washed up on a beach in England. Beachgoers in Margate, Kent stumbled across a bizarre sculpture-like thing that looks like the mummified remains of some kind of extraterrestrial mermaid. It had an alien-like head and bony torso that merged into a softer, scaly
looks like a human head on that thing.
Lower half that had fins and a tail like a fish. And what's really bizarre is that nobody knows for sure what it is. I definitely know I wouldn't want to stumble across it in the dark. Have you ever stumbled across something that you couldn't figure out what it was? Tell us in the comments and remember to like and follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
Thank you, Bikini Report. What the hell was that? Some weird-ass human-looking head thing washing up on the beach.
I'm going to say somebody molded it, put it in the water to freak people out.
You never know. Sean Riggle says, after watching that Perry burp compilation video, I think it would be a good idea to make a Scott fart compilation video or a Bobby Nick reacting to Wendy poop videos. That would be interesting. I had to go back and find all that content. Yeah, that's a good idea, Sean Riggle. Why don't you get on that, buddy? No,
get on it, Riggle. Yeah.
Now, you're not wrong, man. That is a good thing. I mean, we have so many kind of moments that are starting to happen here on the Vibe. So good, many fun, good times that we're starting to kind of record them now. So it's not a bad idea. But no matter who Wendy is or what she does and how many videos she sends to the Bobby Nick, she's always a Wendy to us.
She shits up her pants.
'Cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. You know what to do, Poppy. Well, I know what to do because I already did a few stories in the Vibe Not So Serious news, but now we're going to do something we haven't done for a minute, but my boy Psych Clyde provided me with a new fresh one. So today we're going to do one. We're going to do a miserable news history. And I would like to thank Psych Clyde for providing not only this information for miserable news history, but all the stuff that you kind of see. We have fun, the Perry videos and the face swaps and all that stuff. It's kind of interwoven in the fabric of the Vibe. So thank you, Psych Clyde. And let's do our miserable history moment. This is where we're going to take you back to the year. It is January 10th. The year is 2010. Bob Levy is the newsman for the Miserable Men Show on Sirius Satellite Radio on Howard Stern Channel, Howard 102. So we're going to take you back, like I said, to January 10th, 2010 for Miserable News History. And when we do this segment here on The Vibe, folks, what we like to do is when we listen and we hear Bob Levy mispronounce a word or a phrase, we have fun typing it in the chat the way we thought we heard it, folks. Hang on tight. This is today's Miserable News History.
Angola, gunmen in an area plagued Luanda, Angola. Gunmen in an area plagued by separatist violence used machine guns to open fire on a bus carrying Togo's national soccer team to a tournament in the southwest African country, killing the driver and wounding at least 9 people, including 2 players.
2 players.
Did the goalie stop any of these shots? Some players said that they wanted to pull out of the African Cup of Nations tournament following the violence, but an official in Angola said it would go ahead as planned. Yeah, of course. You're not getting shot on.
Right here. Read that.
Goalie Kasi Agassi, who plays for the French club Istres, told French told French Info Radio by phone that a Togo assistant coach and spokesperson have also died. Agassi said that a second-team goalie he wasn't starting, was badly wounded and transported urgently to South Africa's for treatment.
Africa's. Well, so yeah, this team was
Mistress Night.
It's riding along the bus.
So why would you play? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with these? Oh, these soccer fans are crazy.
They're insane.
Well, that was a short one today. Not too many mistakes on that one. Bob actually sounded a little lucid on that one.
Yeah, what the hell?
White in the sky.
He did, wasn't it? Oh, man.
Weird. Twice as high.
Well, I tell you, I hope you enjoyed that one.
In the book.
Where the hell did Scott go?
Reading Rainbow.
You know what, Scott? Scott is on such a timer, Bobby Nick. It is 1:33, I will let you know, right here on the East Coast of the United States. And you know, my friend, that's typically the time we take the piss break or the smoking break. I see he's back in his chair backstage. We're going to go to piss break, Scott. You can come back whatever, or you can just keep going now. Yeah, keep going.
To know and ways to grow.
It's a reading rainbow.
Rainbow. Reading rainbow. Reading.
The Separators.
I'm reading. I'm swimming.
I'm a bat in a pool.
Look at me go. Levy is such a stupid name.
A stupid name for our bro. A fun guy. A fun segment. A fun segment we like to do here every day, every day we can, and we have one available. We always tag it on at the end of the Vibe Not So Serious News, folks. That's what you just got done watching. How about this? I'm going to run this element, and I'm going to come back and tell you how we're going to take a piss break and how much fun we're going to have on the other side of it. But that was the Vibe Not So Serious News. Hell yeah, folks, we're having it. We're doing it. This is a vibe. It's not only a vibe, this is the vibe. Stream show 276. It is Friday, March 28th, the last Friday in the month, not the last day in the month, Bobby Nick. I made that mistake earlier because I forgot that Monday is the 31st, so we got one more day Monday of the March left, this Monday.
Right, yeah.
And then we'll be into April. But before we do that or get into any of that, we're going to talk about the second half of the show that we're going to do right after this piss break. When we come back, we can do other stuff, like we can do the National Day Hey Hey. We're going to do some Psych Labs content. We're going to do some Perry talk. I got Juicy Man Meat. I got Bricked Up. I got What the Fuck Is This? I got sound clips and videos and all kind of fun stuff that we're going to get down with and get into. But first, we're going to take a 2.5 minute piss break, folks. So this is your chance to pause for the cause. You can grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab a friend, and tell them that no one's having more fun than we do right here on the Vibe. And basically, we're going to have a whole other show, kind of like what you just saw, a whole other show on the other side of this 2.5 minute piss break. We'll be back right after this.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
PP touching time is over. I'm going to bring my boy Scott Fitzpatrick back in. You're muted, buddy. And we're back for the second half of the Vibe Stream Show. 276, 24 shows until we make it to 300. I don't really have anything planned out for a 300 show yet there, Scotter guys. I don't know.
300?
300. I'm at 276, buddy. So I guess I should be thinking about it if I'm going to do something. I don't know.
I remember celebrating the 200
Man,
not long ago.
We did 100 with Armpits. We did 200 with the lovely Gina Levy. Agreed to be my guest here on the Vibe, and that's available on the Vibe YouTube page. And there's some shorts about that. That was so great of her to do that for the second 200 show. And so let's see what we can plan for the 300 show. But we're always going to have fun, no matter what number the show is and what day of the week it is. Space Nerd says, get your tax paperwork to your CPA. Don't make them scramble for it. 2 weeks, folks. That's a more you know from our friend Space Nerd. And I will let, my wife, because she does ours. She's accountant type. She has that ability about her, so she does it, but she dreads it and all. She's been doing it on TurboTax, so she's got it done. But we're getting past tax time here at the house. We're getting ready to get into some other stuff here on the Vibe. It's Friday, so why don't we do a little quick national calendar check to keep the show going in the right direction. We're going to check the National Day calendar. It is going to be the weekend, folks, and it's supposed to be a good one weather-wise around here. I'm going to have to get to doing my spring cleaning, but let's see what the National Day calendar says about today, the 28th of March, with the National Day Hey Hey.
3, 2, 1.
That's right, folks. It is Friday, March 28th. I like to say that because when we do this podcasting and all, one day kind of blends into the other. And if you don't know if it's Friday and you're preparing the next day show or what day it is, so I always like to frame it and kind of like to slow the roll and let you know that it is Friday, March 28th. So we're going to check the National Day calendar and see what kind of celebrations there are for this particular day. Today on March 28th, it's National Triglycerides Day. I think that has to do with the fats in the blood. So listen up, FJM. Maybe this one's for you, buddy. It's National Triglycerides Day. It's also National Black Forest Cake Day. Why gotta be black? It's National Something on a Steak Day. On a pepper, on a steak. A jalapeno on a steak. Oh, Scott, look. It's National Weed Appreciation Day, brah.
Fuck yeah.
But they're showing like ragweeds and stuff. I hope they have ours on there. What the fuck is that, Bobby Nick? They got the wrong weeds on there, buddy. All right. Well, we'll work our way up to National Weed Appreciation Day because we appreciate that. I want to educate myself for my friend FJM and anybody else about this Triglycerides Day because I know that it's has to do with the content of your blood. And maybe this will help some people health-wise. On National Triglycerides Day, on March 28th, shines a spotlight on one of the key factors to a healthy lifestyle. The observance serves as a reminder to patients and practitioners to know about any hidden risk for triglycerides. Learn your numbers and take the steps to bring them to healthy levels. High levels of triglycerides in your blood can be a risk factor for heart disease, FJM. Triglycerides are different from cholesterol, though they are both a type of lipid or a fat stored in your blood. They serve different purposes. While triglycerides store unused calories and give the body energy, cholesterol builds cells and some hormones. Monitoring triglycerides is important for heart health, FJM. A blood test will tell you if your triglycerides are within normal limits. If they're not, high triglycerides can be a sign of conditions such as type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, which we talked about the other day, Scott, and your friend Bybee and some other people having some diabetes issues.
Right.
And how, some of us didn't realize that you can kind of eat your way to that.
Yep.
Sounds like similar thing here with these triglycerides, where if you eat a certain amount of fats, these triglycerides could get you. Metabolic syndrome, cholesterol, weight, blood sugar are all a factor. Hyperthyroidism, or a rare genetic condition, these triglycerides can all kind of start today. So what can we do? How do you observe National Triglyceride Day? Include triglyceride check with your routine physical exam. Visit your doctor and learn what they are and how they impact your health. Ask your doctor for advice. Use your primary care as a go-to source, and they'll be able to guide you on your risk factors. So there you go, FJM. Let's see. I know that. Look, FJM's like, he's talking about his damn self, and there's like, they talking about me. You feel attacked? Let me see. We got the Jose Jalapeno on a stick. Hello, senor. Yes, it is stick day. We're going to get into that. Something on a stick day. I want to make sure I acknowledge everybody. That's it. Get your paperwork. We started off with that one. Matt checks in with the bones up and the midday freaks.
Brother Matt.
There's a longer clip of Gina on my page too, if you didn't see it, of that great visit with when she visited Misha? Let's see. Pop Master, you're getting the shout out, love. From Matt. Pecan Gizzard. Matt shouts out Bobby Nick, says cigarettes up as always. Smoking without them. FJM's got his ears open. He was listening. Jose Jalapeno on a stick. Hoya to Matt. Fork, yeah. Hoya Space Nerd. FJM. Neil Patrick Harris loves checking men for triglycerides. That's not where I keep my triglycerides, Neil.
Hello, Frisco.
All right. How about let's get into National Black Forest Cake Day. This looks tasty, Bob. Got chocolate on top. I can't say I've ever had this particular type of cake. So let's learn a little more about it. On March 28th, recognizes a decadent and delicious dessert on National Black Forest Cake Day. Black Forest cake is an English name for the German dessert Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, meaning Black Forest cherry tort. Most often bakers layer several sheets of chocolate cake with whipped cream and cherries between the layers to make Black Forest cake. Look at that, guys. Do you see that? That's what's in there. That's like just cream and just cherries. It looked like something like that.
I've had it a few times.
Have you had this, Scott? I have not.
Yeah, there was a time in my life when I'd work midnight shifts, and then so on my days off, I'd still be up all night, and I would go to the Super Walmart, and for years ago they used to have those things, and I would buy it.
Really?
Right.
Well, I've not had it. But it does say that they decorate it with whipped cream, maraschino cherries, and chocolate shavings, which you saw on that one. Some traditional recipes call for sour cherries. Sounds like you're familiar with it too there, Bob.
Oh, yeah. It's really good.
Yeah.
Really good shit.
It said in the United States that bakers usually do not use alcohol. However, in Germany, liqueur is a mandatory ingredient. Otherwise, the cake cannot be legally sold under the name Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. So they actually have to put the liqueur in it in Germany to make it legitimately what it is, or they can't use that name.
What the hell?
So that's, if you like that, get you Black Forest Cake Day if you got a baker near you, or if you have a chance to make one. How about something on a stick day? Something on a stick. Let's see. The only thing I typically eat on a stick is when we go to the street festivals and they have the chicken on a stick. I do like that. Like the
chicken on a stick, yeah.
I'll do a corn dog from time to time.
Corn dog, okay, that's that. Bob,
Corn
Nick,
dog,
I heard you
good,
liking
yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like them good old skewers or shish kebab. Observed each year on March 28th, National Something on a Stick Day is a food holiday that lets you use your creative talents. Once you get started, the possibilities are endless. Foods that come on a stick are fun and easy to eat. So there you go. It talks about, so what can you put on a stick? We say master eating with chopsticks. I'm not doing that. Serve each meal on a stick, like French toast for breakfast. Serve it up on toothpicks. Salad for lunch. Slide all the fixings on a skewer. Would you guys ever do this? Like, would you ever take something that you normally eat and put it on a stick?
Too much trouble.
It does. It seems like an extra step, Scott, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's just being weird.
It's just being weird, right? It's just eating, right? 'Cause like I said, I mentioned things that come kind of organically on a stick, like naturally, because that's the best way to eat them.
I do like the I'm not sure what they're called, but they're little sausage things with bacon wrapped around them and got toothpicks in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't remember what they're called, but they're good.
There you go. A bacon wrapped sausage, it sounds like to me. So there you go. Yeah, I would eat things, like I said, like street food on a stick or some of the things that we talked about. But I don't know that I'm so into eating things on a stick or the portability of it that I would like cut up something I normally eat another way, right?
I see one in the picture there. That's a good one, though. Marshmallows, roasted marshmallows when you're camping on a stick.
Oh, yeah, that was always good. Yeah.
You got to have that
on years.
Get one of them sticks that's got the 3 or 4 or 5 forks out there so you can cook 5 marshmallows at once.
Yeah, and that can be tricky because some people like them crispy. I'm a crispy guy. I like it to where you can pull that crispy skin off, and I'll eat that.
Me too.
I eat that char skin, and then I'll do it a second time, Scott. The inside, I'll burn the second half again. Fuck
yeah. I don't let it flame up. I just let it caramelize, and I take the skin off, and I just do it until sometimes you can get 4 or 5 skins off of one marshmallow.
Yes, if you do it right. Yeah. And Scott, you know what I did one time? I was so busy doing that shit. I was at a camp, at our camper, and we were sitting on a chair, and I was back and forth. And I was, like you said, it would catch on flame. So one time it caught on flame, and I pulled it back to blow on it. And when I did, the hot outside part landed on my flesh.
Yeah.
The hot char part, and I got me a nice little burn on my leg from that one. Hot marshmallow on a hairy leg. That's not a good one.
Trying to wipe it off, it just sticks to you.
Yeah, it was. I got leg hair, dude, bro. So it was like burn. It was like leg hair. It was sticky, cooling off marshmallow. Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't feel good. If you don't like what it is, at least you can still have the stick. Whoa, Sean Riggle's going back with the Thai stick weed, bro. Thai sticks. That's the sticks I'm into. Our friend Spurk Snakes enjoy some fruit skewers. He's throwing that out there. Sean Riggle says, you know that stuff that tied to a stick, man? Yeah, we know. Yeah, that tied to a stick, that Thai weed. State Fair had gator on a stick. That's right. That's the best place to eat food on a stick is when you go to street fairs or state fair, something like that. So we're getting into that season. It is National Something on a Stick Day. Now, Scott, we're going to probably have to adjust this holiday to make it our own, but it is also National Weed Appreciation Day, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Now, look, I see all kind of weird weeds. I don't see no cannabis on here. But on National Weed Appreciation Day on March 28th, each year reminds us that some weeds are beneficial to us and our ecosystem. Humans have used weeds for food and as herbs for much of recorded history. Some are edible and nutritious, while other weeds have medicinal value. I couldn't agree with you more. I'm partaking in National Weed Day. Here we go. It says, do you remember as a small child the fun you would have with dandelions? I think we all did that. Get those dandelions and then blow them in somebody's face, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That was always the best part, or you shake them in the air or beat them on something and have all that dandelion dust, right?
You can eat them and make tea with dandelions.
Nah, I never did that.
Fried cheese on a stick too. Fair food is the best. Says Spurchnang checking in. It's fun. It's definitely fun.
You can fry them.
Fried dandelion. I've never had any kind of altered. All I ever did was, like I said, I've kind of like blow them in people's faces or like shake all the fuzz out of them, like a whole bouquet of them. Whoa, my sister reminds us that Easter is pot day. Check your calendar. That's right. It's like 420, man. Easter is this year. The Jimsum weed bit on the stern with Billy West is a fucking classic, says our friend Matt. I'm not recalling that right now in the middle of the show. How do you observe Weed Appreciation Day? You take the day to learn some benefits of plants, weeds, flora, and fauna. I already know that. Create a wildflower or native species garden and identify the weeds in your neighborhood. Hey, Scott. Maybe Bob and Nick, you were like this too. Were you ever like this when you were younger, when you would walk around the neighborhood and you would identify a plant and go, I think that's a pot plant, right? I would always hope to find like one in the wild, right?
Yeah, and I did once or twice. I did, and
Did
that's
you?
what got. When I was a kid, what it was, we was going to buy some land, and we was just walking around the land that we was going to buy at my family, and then just somebody had some plants growing out there. So ever since then, when I was a kid, I kept my eyes looking. Always looking around.
Yeah, so I've worked in some places too that had like trees or woods behind them, and you would see these trees that they didn't. I swore, man, the leaves look so close to what they were. It definitely looked like a hemp plant, Scott. Very close.
Sometimes you see them in a ditch out in the country or something where people just throw their seeds out.
Yeah, so close. I brought one of those leaves home one day, and they were like, "Where'd you get that from?" I was like, "This place I was working." So yeah, you would always hope to find like when you didn't have, especially when you were out, you were always hoping to find the weed in the wild.
Yeah,
the wild weed. All right. Well, we did that National Day calendar check. We did it. We always told you that it was Friday the 28th. That was the National Day. Hey, hey.
3, 2, 1.
That's right, folks. The National Day. Hey, hey. On a Friday, holding it down, making our way into the weekend. We're not waiting for the workday to end to start the weekend fun. We started it right here in the middle of the day because it's Friday, hanging out with the boys, Bobby, Nick, Scott, as always, doing the damn thing. Why don't we get into, we haven't done this as a dedicated bit for a minute, but his content is always interwoven throughout this show. So I got a few selections I have built up. It's been a minute, so it's time to do some psych.
Psych.
Psych Labs content segment time. If you hear like the miserable news history or you see some face swaps and some fun stuff, it's all interwoven throughout the show with a little psych emoji. It's all interwoven throughout the show. Psych is a great help to the show, so I like to do a Psych Labs dedicated segment. And we talked about his friend, Scott's friend Tammy here. Well, why is everything double playing on me today? Hang on one second. Wow, it's like when I click on the link, it starts automatically playing the link, and then then it won't stop. Then it won't stop. So let me do this. Just another glitch to overcome right here on the Vibe. Psych Labs, boom. And we're going to go to the first one I got here for you. Oh, we were talking about, there we go. I got it by itself now. When Psych Labs gets his hands on the Tammy Hall stuff, this is what you get from Psych Labs. This is our Psych Labs content segment. Bobby Hall.
King. Ist wieder being
Her and Bob have a similar face, don't they? Oh, I remember he's talking about weed. Give some weed. I think that's what he was talking about. Matt is. Matt says it was during the news and someone jumped off a balcony high on weed, and Billy was working the Jackie puppet. If you can find it, I'm remembering now, Matt. Thanks for triggering my brain cells. Weed. He was always hiring weed. He heard weed. Let's continue on here. Bobby Hall.
You know, there's not one bit of me that's been trying to be arrogant about this. I'm trying to do this the polite way.
Okay.
I really have. I'm away at a loss of words. It's all in God's hands.
All in God's hands.
Well, I'm on there sitting back and letting this happen. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, I can't even let my mind around what all has went on. I mean, I can't. I mean, I feel like I've been in a washer. Agitated.
You look like you've been in a washer.
Been to the agitator.
The sad part is that Bob looks better than her.
I really do. Yeah. I feel like I've been to the agitator. But still, in mid of you didn't know. Hey.
Well, there you go. There's a little something from the twisted mind of Psych Clyde.
That just looks like Tammy, normal. You know, like that. Like,
yeah.
On maybe on some medication or something. You know,
a little more hair around, and you would have thought. I think the only thing that pulled me off was the hair, Bob. But otherwise, the face, yeah, the face is a little too close. Bob makes her look good, says FJM. Isn't that a sad true statement? Amazing, says Spurg Snake about that creation from Psych Labs. And his link is running throughout the show in the show chat today. So don't go and type it. Just click on Psych Labs. We're still trying to get him up to 500. Matt lets me know that I did guess the right one. It's the weed. It's the weed. Amazing, says him. Bob makes her look good. And we continue on here with the Psych Labs content segment right here. The show goes in so many different directions, and I'm finding different ways to include Psych Labs content in here that I don't always get around to it like I should. And then Psych is always pumping it out. But here's a song. I thought it was going away, but it still exists. And this is a little Mike Morse for you, that Mike Morse fan out here. Here's a parody from the parody expert, Ass Napkin Ed.
Guess what happened last night? I got some pussy.
Ass Napkin Ed has found a girl from heaven.
She's clean.
200 pounds standing for booty leather.
I think you're very attractive.
She's got 9 kids and loves hugging and kissing.
Sexy and sensual. Yummy.
No way that sex goes, her asshole is missing.
I can smell your calling.
No sphincter.
She had her asshole at home.
But that's okay. He hasn't got
I can smell your colon.
Not Pacific. Makes me horny. LOL.
Non-Pacific. Oh.
There's the parody genius, Mike Morse. Mike Morse. Brought to us by Psych Labs today, courtesy of Psych Labs. Josh in Tennessee says, I can smell your colon. I've often been fascinated by that, guys, because Scott, we talk about bathroom business here. We talk about real shit here on the Vibe, like literally. And I often wonder, how is it that smell that you put, how is it that your skin can hold in that smell that we just put in the toilet? Like, and why can't we make bathrooms out of that, whatever this material is how can our bodies contain that smell? I'm often fascinated by that, but I digest. We're doing Psych Labs right now. But let's do this. And Psych Labs, he's so cool, man, incorporating all the fun stuff that we do here in this community here. He found this cool ass clip, and this one's just called Bricked Up. And I like this one because this has to do with Kill Tony, which is I like Kill Tony, the stand-up comedy show where the comedians try to do a 1-minute set. Love me some William Montgomery. So all of these things wrapped together. This ain't William Montgomery, but this is called Chunk Getting Bricked Up. And listen to this comedian talk about getting bricked up, boys.
Went all right, it was a bit too bricked up, but
Bricked up? Wait, what? How old are you?
26.
26. What do you mean by bricked up?
Well,
blaming the Sudafed?
It means like 3 different things. It can mean like a broken iPhone, a closed restaurant, or an erect penis.
Yeah, that's what we're talking
I can
about.
use it to say like excited, I'm bricked up.
There you go. We're going to get bricked up later for the guys. We're going to do the bricked up segment. Oh.
Nice.
There he goes, Patrick Carpenter, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Chunk got bricked up by Psych Labs. And I was really happy.
The thing is, bricked up for me, it always meant being plugged up, like you can't take a shit. That was bricked up.
Well, like he said, it does have 3 meanings, but us horny bastards, we're going to talk about bricked up being excited and all. So whatever use you want to use it for, that was a great clip right there. And I thought it was really great that Chunk Squad had already seen this clip and had a neat comment in it, having a nice exchange with Psych Labs about that one. You can see all of these clips I'm showing you by clicking on Psych Labs link in the chat. It's the Tony Chin band. Tony Chin is here. Has anyone seen Tony Chin? Fucking William Montgomery with fucking Tony Chin. Johnny A knows what's up. Tony Chin here. Let's see. Let's continue on with Psych Lab's content segment right here. Last night, and this will kind of lead us into, we're going to make a little smooth segue, almost like we're professional and know what we're doing here. We're going to go from Psych Labs into a little Perry talk because we have a little Perry content that'll kind of naturally, I think, lead us that way. Or we'll make sure it goes that way. Let's do this one. Last night, this was so funny. This is my boy Psych Labs. He was in the chat last night, and he sent a media share kind of chat, sent a chat that got read by the computer voice. And I love this, and I'll just play it. It's self-explanatory a bit. This is Psych Labs. This is called Perry watching my video with Bob. So this is Psych, this is a chat and a video, a media share.
Psych sent $10. George is alive.
The L, they kill me.
Leave George alone.
He's alive.
Yeah, he's alive. I know.
He's alive.
I'm going to do a commercial for you, okay, buddy? Alone.
George Foreman Grills, if you want to cook a steak and you don't want to flip a steak and you don't want grease to splash all over your kitchen counter, use the George Foreman Grill for sausage, for bacon, for steaks, for pork chops, whatever you're making, meat-wise. If you're making
that is absolutely correct. If you don't want anything splashing, use the George Foreman Grill.
You can just put a lid on something.
You can put a lid on something. I remember when I was a kid, my mom had that round screen. I forgot what it was called.
Wait a minute. Look, wait a minute. I'm noticing, and I didn't notice this last night, guys. Testicle Tiger, you're still in the chat. One of her chats is going up the screen right now on the right here. And it says, I want to see Perry react to those robot rocket chicks at BF Live show. I'd bet he'd like them. Look at that. She's talking about the vibe. Right there in the chat.
Just put it on top.
That you put on top. If you own one of those.
Oh, I have one.
And there you go. That's Psych Labs. They were watching.
What looked different there? What the hell?
I don't know if it's the hair or the teeth changed the skull. You're not wrong, Bobby.
It might be that. I don't know.
Let's go back again because I had a similar observation in watching Bob last night that I think it just must be what the teeth do for his face because he looked like Gumby, damn it, the other day. And yeah, I agree, Bob. I had the same. I'm like, Bob has a different quality to his face.
Yeah.
It could be jet lag. It could be jet lag.
Leave George alone.
He did say he was flying a lot.
Yeah, he's alive. I know.
But you're not. I had the same thought watching this.
Okay, buddy? Alone.
Yeah, I think it's the way his lips are like laying on his face.
His jaw and his bone, it just looks different.
A little bit different.
Great observation, Bob. I had a similar thing. I'm like, Bob has a little different look about him since he's come back from with them turkey teeth. All right. Well, we're gonna do something a little fun here. Thank you to Psych Clyde for retaining all of this great history from these guys back in the day. We're gonna play a little stage name game. We're gonna take you back once again to the boys, same time as the news went down today. This is from January 10th. The year is 2010. The guy's doing the Miserable Men show, and they're going to give Bob the name of some famous celebrities to give him their government name, and they're going to see if Bob knows the name. In this last segment we're going to do in Psych, I think, until we go over to Perry Talk. This is called the Stage Name Game with Bob Levy and the boys.
All right. Now, I'm going to give you a name. You have to guess who the celebrity is. What they changed it to. All right. His name is Vincent Furnier.
Oh, that's so easy.
Does anybody know Vincent Furnier? We can play, I guess, along with it. Vincent?
I think I do.
Go ahead, throw it out there. I think Bobby Nick, he just threw it out there.
I thought it was Vin Diesel.
No, I think Bobby Nick's right because I did hear this first answer. I believe Bobby Nick. Go ahead, Bobby Nick. Tell them people who it is.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I think he's right. Was it Vincent Furnier? Here we go. Let's start from the beginning again.
All right. Now, I'm going to give you a name. You have to guess who the celebrity is. What they changed it to. All right. His name is Vincent Furnier.
Oh, that's so easy.
Vincent Furnier. Furnier. Furnier.
Furnier?
Vincent Furnier.
The answer is...
Go ahead, Bob.
I'm going to say... Joe Pesci.
Alice Cooper. Very good.
Bobby Nick knows that the answer is Alice Cooper.
Joe Pesci. When did you shut up? All you guineas stick together?
Not sure. How about Demetria Guinness?
Demetria Guinness? That's a tough one.
I have no idea.
That is.
FBL and PCL for life. I saw people tripping about that last night in the chat last night, Matt, because the FBL is kind of it's a salute to Bob. Leave it. Yeah, some people take it the wrong way. But yeah, what is this name again? Let's see.
All you guineas stick together?
Not sure. How about Demetria Guinness?
Demetria Guinness, and I don't see one guess in the chat. Demetria Guinness.
But De Niro.
Demetria, I know this.
Demetria Guinness. I guess Gynes. Demetria Guinness.
Dennis Weaver.
Dennis Weaver. Or Electric Head Gino, some black woman? No. But I was getting that sense. Levitra? No, Levitra.
Close. Demi Moore. Demi Moore. Very good.
Wow, that's a name.
Dennis Weaver.
Remember when he was in that
guy from Duel?
You remember when that truck was chasing him? You ever see that movie?
Oh, okay. That was a great movie.
That Plymouth Fury, right?
It was just, you know how cheap that movie had to be? It was just a truck chasing a car.
That's all it was.
It must have been the cheapest thing.
Who directed that? Who directed that?
Dennis Weaver.
What the fuck is Dennis Weaver?
Movie.
Dennis Weaver.
I figured
Steven Spielberg.
Whoa, really?
That was his first film.
Wow, really? I didn't know that.
I didn't know there was no Nazis in it.
I really didn't know until I heard this. A Demi Moore wasn't a real name.
Shock. Go ahead.
All right, Tara Patrick. Yeah. This one's pretty easy.
Tara Patrick. Now,
I've heard that name before.
Well, we all know. I think it's talked about here. I went porn star right away. Tara Patrick, right? That's where I went right away. The old porn star. Let's see.
Yeah.
Sight Clyde said I didn't know any of these. I don't believe it's her, but they're going to kind of clear it up a little bit because that does come up. But that's the reason I brought it up is because that's the first one that came to my mind too. Sight admits he didn't know any of them either. Let's continue on. Tara Patrick. Let's hear the differences because they'll talk about it.
Tara Patrick.
What her real name is?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a real name of a celebrity.
Well, that's the real name. What her stage name is. I gave you a clue. Tara is a girl.
The porn girl?
No.
See, he said
There's
porn
a
girl.
porn star named Tara Patrick, but this is a celebrity that her real name is Tara Patrick. She changed her name. She's a celebrity. It's under a different name.
The what?
She's a celebrity under a different name.
Ooh.
Right. Carmen Electra.
Is
it really?
Yeah.
I hear it's super easy.
Oh, they went on. They said it was Carmen Electra. They just didn't even wait for that answer. They said that was Carmen Electra. Not Tara Reid. Hey, I want to acknowledge Stacey Allen checking in today.
Stacey. Eat my cherry pie. I can't really sing this song.
Stacey Allen says, "Hey kids, have a great weekend. In and out because of meetings, but I'm lurking when I can." Thank you, Stacey Allen. I hope you make it back for the Juicy Man Meat segment that we're going to do near the end of the show. Maybe your meetings will be winding down by the time we get to that point in the day. Stacey Allen. Tara Reed, that was a guess. Stacey Allen gets the Hoyer from Pecan. Matt says FBL is definitely a praise to Bob, and he gets it, and it triggers people. I'm doing my job. I know, Matt, and that's why I was having so much fun laughing last night, but I like that. So some people heard this and get it, and some people don't. I love that SJ Cherry Pie says Spurge name. Haha, Matt, I love it, and I love Bob. Well, there you go. Let's continue on with the celebrity name game, because we're having fun playing, too.
Even you'll get this, Bob. Carlos Estevez.
Oh, fuck. I know this one.
Is it Emilio Estevez's dad?
Well, yep.
It's Charlie Sheen.
Wait a minute. No, you're right. I think you're right. No, I got my Estevez. Wait a minute. We'll listen to the answer. What's your guess, Bob? I kind of messed it up.
I don't know.
Let's go.
Emilio Estevez.
It's Charlie Sheen, no?
It's Charlie Sheen, not Martin Sheen, right? Martin Sheen would have been the dad. So I wanted to hear the answer.
Yeah.
So it was a Sheen.
That's what it is. Yeah.
It was Charlie Sheen, not Martin. Right, 'cause Martin Sheen was the dad from many years ago. I guess they convinced him to change his Latin name. So, yeah, I'm not sure how many people know that. Yeah, it is. That Charlie Sheen. That's easy. It's Charlie Sheen. There we go.
Sheen, yes.
You're so close.
Yeah.
He was close. Emilio Estevez is Charlie Sheen's younger brother. But he just he stuck with the family name. He said, I ain't going with that Sheen shit.
You know,
He changed his first
these
name.
people know. They ain't gonna know.
You think he was so embarrassed by the ethnicity of Carlos that he changed it to Emilio?
888 Stern 101. I'm gonna go to Tom in Arizona. Tom, you ready to guess the celebrity name?
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
All right, here we go. Reginald Dwight.
Reginald Dwight.
I know this one.
Reginald Dwight.
Take a guess, Reginald Dwight.
I don't know.
This one I did legit know. I'll be honest about the ones I do and don't know. This one I did know. Come on. Anybody in the chat? Reginald Dwight? Come on, no Googling. If your answer isn't up already, you're Googling. Pecan shows that says Elton John.
You know this one you know, Bob?
It's you versus Levy. Go ahead, Bob. Reginald Dwight.
Reginald Dwight. Reginald Denny.
Reginald
Denny. Well, the guy that got his ass beat during the Rodney King, the guy that got dragged out of his truck and got his ass beat. That's not right, Rob.
That's the celebrity Bob has picked out. The guy who got beat by people in the LA riots.
What do you say, sir?
And Tom, your guess?
I don't have one, but I do have a quick joke if I can throw it in there.
Is it about you on a speakerphone?
Let me take you.
All right. Let me take you off. Go ahead, Mike.
That was Elton John.
Oh,
Reginald
Dwight.
You got it right. I knew that one.
That's true.
That was right. I did know that one.
I guess cocksucker was taken.
Nick, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Shirley.
All right.
Okay, I go first.
All right, the name. Well, I have to say the name first.
All right.
Marvin Aday.
Marvin Aday. Ooh, I've heard this before, but it's not coming, and I blame weed. Marvin Aday. Bobby Nigga's typing in Marvin Aday right now. No, he's not.
Marvin Gaye? Is that a singer? Marvin Gaye?
They're saying Marvin Aday is what they're saying.
Marvin Aday. Yeah, I don't know.
Marvin Aday. A Marvin Aday keeps the doctor away. Maybe, I don't know. I was laughing. Dang it! I know it, and my brain won't bring it. Same thing, Reenie. I've heard this name too before. Marvin Aday. This is one I'm going to kick my ass on. Like, will you stop, dog? It's not that time yet. Y'all think that's a sound effect? That's my actual annoying dog. But yes, Marvin Aday. I should know this. Should know this too, but I do not. So I don't see nobody throwing it in the chat yet.
I think it's
Google search.
I think it's a magician.
Marvin,
A magician. I'm pretty
Sammy
sure.
Davis Jr.
Day, Nick.
Wait a minute. We got Matt's guessing Lee Van Cleef. What a fucking pull. What a fucking name to pull out of your ass. Oh, now I know. Oh, you think it is? You think it's meat? Let's see if it's meat.
Nick.
Marvin Aday.
Oh, Meatloaf. Isn't it Meatloaf?
You shut the fuck up.
I said Nick. I told her Nick. I said first.
A lot of people call me Nick.
Zubin Mia.
Not
Wow,
Randy Callahan.
fantastic. Wrong.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, Bob. What was the first name? Marvin a Day.
Marvin a Day. Yeah.
Marvin
Bob
Gaye.
thinks
Marvin Gaye.
Bob thinks Marvin Gaye thought, why would I go with a day? I'm just going to go with Gay.
Yeah, that was
There you go. He never told you. It was Meatloaf. I think it was Meatloaf, Bob.
What did they say? Yeah, okay.
Marvin a Day. M-A-R. I'm surprised. Maybe that's just where it cut off. Marvin a Day. Yep, it is Meatloaf. That is, in fact, Meatloaf. Reenie,
Yeah,
I don't
Meatloaf.
know.
Meatloaf, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I blame drugs, okay? It took my brain cells too long for that one. Doesn't that aggravate everyone, no matter if you smoke or you don't know what you do? There's some things that you just know that you know, but you cannot get them from your brain to your freaking lips and tongue. It drives me crazy. You Lily said Slim Whitman. No, it wasn't Slim Whitman. It's JFK Head Chunk checking in. Headshot. What's up, JFK Head Chunk? No, not the Yodel man, you knuckleheads. Deadpool is checking in. It's been a minute or two. Oh, wait a minute. Now that's one I should know too. Did you guys know that BF changed his name from Francis Lavache? That's a creep. It sounds creepy. Who is that? He's an organizer of something. Damn it. I'm gonna have the L-A-F. Oh, wait a minute. L-A-V-S-H-E. What is this? Oh, is it the this Scientology? Who is it? I got nothing coming up on Google search. What the fuck? There we go. What is it? Who does it? I'm not even getting this. Francis Lavache. Let's see. Deadpool. Oh, Doxy told the world. You told the world, son of a bitch. Brutal Pain is having fun. Psych says that there was just a lot of BS after that before they said it, but it was ultimately Meatloaf. Pecan shouts out Deadpool checking in. Pecan gets the love right back. Lavache means cow in French. The Pope sounds French. I don't trust it. And Deadpool's laughing his ass off. And that's kind of the point of what we're doing. And I'm glad he's bringing his fun. I hope you enjoyed that. All of that was from our bro, Psych.
Psych.
That's how we do it. That was Psych Labs on a Friday. Reenie is laughing, which is great. A Merde de Lavache. Oh, damn, says our friend Space Nerd. Don't be getting all with your French code in here, talking all uppity on here on the vibe. That ain't what we're here to do. We're here to have fun. And we're going to make the switch over probably real quick to do a little Perry talk, because we're going to go to Twitter X. And yes, the one and only Bob Levy visited last night. So we have to see. Let's go check out some of the goings on. Oh, I thought Fetty Lavache was too obvious. Okay, well, let's get on over to the hallway right now, because we're going to get down and get funky and get back up again with a little bit of Perry talk.
Talk. Perry talk. Perry talk. Talk. Perry talk. Talk. Perry talk. Perry talk.
That's right. We're going to get a little Perry talk. And we already kind of gave it away, because you saw Bob was actually in the apartment last night, apartment 102. He actually made it in, and everybody was questioning whether he was going to smoke or not, or if he was going to get his ass beat like Tony did. But let me go here to the videos, and let's go talk about how Bob visited Perry Carabello last night. So tonight, there it is, and it was members only last night, folks. March Matters. Well, the Tuesday was Rumble. This was members only last night. So tonight is the last day of the week. March Matters, and I imagine it might be a doozy tonight. And we're going to see Tom tends to push it into overdrive. We do over vibe here, but Tom tends to push it. So let's see if tonight's last show is going to be a banger, how late in the night they're going to go. But there's the boys right there, Bob in the house. And look, there you go once again, Bobby Nick. Just Bob Levy's face just has that different quality to it, buddy. You're really not wrong. You're not up. We got that. 2 joints from Deadpool. So there you go. There's Bob right there checking in, looking good with his new turkey teeth. Checking in last night, and
He's
so
got
it
a
was
totally
so funny.
different smile. He looks like a different dude when he's smiling.
I think you're right. So I don't think they have a clip of it here, but I was watching last night where you all of a sudden you heard Gina's voice in the distance, Scott, and I'm like, what's going on? So I thought she was in the hall asking to be let in, but they were literally outside his out the patio. You could hear Gina's. Yes, it was Gina and Bob, and so then there was all this commotion, and they didn't. I'm like, are they going to jump the rail and come in that way, or is Gina, what are they going to do? So ultimately, what it ended up being was actually that Bob like stepped over the rail, and that's how he came into Perry's apartment through the piss and shit patio. And you could hear them yelling the hi and bye to Gina out the window. She went on down the road, I think, with her family and all, but So Bob and them, they hung out last night after that. After he stepped over the patio and made his way in, they were hanging out, playing some media shares, and they were enjoying this one with Dave. This is the bit, guys. He's like,
okay. He froze it like right in the beginning of the song.
It was the best part.
Bob always with the subtle line. Well, of course, Harry, because it was the best. Of course. Bob just beats him over the head with that subtle little line. I love that shit. Oh my God, guys. So we have breaking news that went down last night at the beginning of the stream. After a long fought struggle with Jim and PCL, and Perry exposed his ass many months ago. He got his American YouTube taken away from him because he showed his bare ass one night on his stream. Then they were relying on Jim's China PCL stream. Well, now things have gone full circle, and his friend, President Trump, has signed an executive order helping Perry Caravello. Let's listen to this executive order signing.
President Trump continued signing executive orders today. The first matter on the docket is in regard to local Risada man Perry Caravello. Perry Caravello's stream was banned permanently from YouTube after an incident in which he exposed his rectum live, resulting in the removal of his channel. Trump's order overturns the banning of Perry's channel from the U.S. and allow PCL to stream on a probationary period, while also imposing tariffs on China's bootleg PCL stream.
Yeah.
Tariffs. I am speechless. I don't know what to say, but
oh my God.
President Donald J. Trump, father friend, man, I am so honored and so thankful to you. Wow.
Dude, they're fake crying, Scott.
Oh my God.
Perry, how do you feel, man?
I'm speechless. I am honored beyond belief. I am so speechless. I want to cry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I want to cry. I'm so thankful.
You little bitch.
I am.
But yes, President Trump signed one of his many executive orders, but this one helps Perry Caravello. He finally got his YouTube back on a probationary period. He got his American YouTube back. So that was part of the goings on last night. So there you go. I think there's the last 2 notices there, letting you know that March Matters, and it's going to go down tonight. We're getting to the top of the feed. There you go. It's March Matters. The last night goes down tonight, but it was funny. At one point, Bob and Perry were talking, and you know how Bob is always talking about being Perry's best friend, right?
Yeah.
When Perry kind of always resisted. Finally, Perry gets down to it last night. He goes, Bob, we got to talk about this whole being a best friend thing. Like, I haven't known you that long and all this stuff. He got a little serious with him. You got to stop back off with this whole best friend thing. And like, Bob's why? And he's like, because I've only known you a year and a half, and I've known some people since I was in like kindergarten or something like that, you know. And he thinks that, you know, that's the only friends that you have are people that you've known since you were a child or whatever. But, you know, he's just trying to be his friend, man. That's all it is.
Slow down with this best friend thing.
I can't joke around with my best friend. Look at it. This is what best friends do. Like, hey.
I never did a porn with my childhood best friend. You're a nice guy. I'm not going to say that you're not a nice guy.
Okay.
I'm not your chick.
Well, you will be tonight.
Best friend thing.
Here it is.
I can't joke around with my best friend. Look at it. This is what best friends do. Like, hey, you see, now he doesn't want to be near his best friend.
And I never did a porno, okay? With any Asian guy, especially a gay porno. Weirdo. Slow down with this best friend thing.
I can't joke around with my best friend. Look at it. This is what best friends do. Like, hey, you see, now he doesn't.
Psych is the #1 producer and produce guy, and he approves. He says, Popke, amazing. The latest, the freshest stuff off of the burner. Why can't we be friends? Perry and Bob, practically a duet right there, folks. All right, I got one more piece of content. I'm glad you reminded me in the chat about this one because I do have it in my Perry links. So last night was a media share Thursday. I think they were half off. You could play those little fun clips like we showed you Psych playing his George Foreman video last night. And so every week, I like what they're doing lately is that they have a contest for who is the best media share of the particular show and like best media share of the week and month and so on and so forth. You understand? So last night, this is going to give you an idea. And Psych, you can pipe in the chat. They were like all of these were like super highly produced last night. I would say all of them probably could have won best one. But this one stood out. This is Dio Brando, another creative person in the chat family. This is a Dio Brando production, and this is Perry watching Dio Brando's media share on Perry Talk right here on the Vibe. It's a tearjerker, y'all. And Perry's jamming on the keys. Look at that.
Wow. Freezing days and the loneliest nights.
Oh, Perry.
I gave up on my stream. I gave up on my life.
I said this sounds like Trans-Recital Orchestra. This sounds like one of the ballads from Trans-Siberian Orchestra, but I said Trans-Recital Orchestra.
Got nothing left and nowhere else to go.
Wow.
Should've listened to Tom.
Should've listened to Tom.
Should've done my show.
Should've just shut up and done your show.
Got no more money, no more food sent to my home. Lost my mother's dresser and everything now.
Oh my God.
No one else would take me. I need another plan. I guess I will be moving in with Randy Callahan. Shut the fuck up. Will never happen for years. Never. Oh, that pair was meant to be together. Perry, Randy Callahan forever.
Just in time, Dream Man. We're in the middle of Perry Talk. We're watching Dio Brando.
Doesn't matter how many screws. PCL is forever done. Randy Callahan has won.
Randy won. Get it, Perry. Oh, that's kind of real. That's so real.
Baby, you can stay as long as you like. We can share a bed and sleep together at night. Oh, I am sorry, your show didn't work out. I'll make it up to you, Perry. So
look at that suit, that banana hammock.
Guzzling me down, oh, it feels so good. And when we're done, I'll play with your wood.
I'll play with your wood.
The warmth of another man.
What the fuck?
This is what you get for not listening to Tom Brennan.
Should have listened to Tom, man.
Oh, that pair was meant to be together. Perry and Randy.
These are the media shares. This is the level of talent from the great people in this community, man. People are nuts doing this shit. Randy won. Should have listened to Tom. The Corolla on the beach. Look.
together. Perry ran Randy Callahan forever. Oh, I didn't want to do my stream. Now I'm stuck sucking another man's feet. Never. Doesn't matter how many men I screw. CCL, it's forever. Randy Callahan has won. Never.
Epic. There you go. That was a Dio Brando production from this talented ass community. So there you go. That is Perry Caravello Live. This has been Perry Talk. You got to watch tonight, 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock East, to see how this all wraps up. The whole week of shows is going to get wrapped up tonight, and I imagine it's going to be a banger. Tune in tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. That was today's Perry Talk. That's right, folks. We have it. We're doing it. We are killing it on a Friday. We're not waiting for the end of the day to have fun. We're doing it right now in the midday with my boys Bobby Nick and Scott Fitzpatrick. And Stream Elements Bot lets me know that my great friend, Dead Fool, just tipped me $19.92. $19.92. You know what it means. It's the year the great love affair began that kind of started off all of this craze. Thank you, Dead Fool, and thank you, Stream Elements Bot, for letting me know that Dead Fool donated to me utilizing my tips at the top of the chat. Dead Fool knows.
Now you also have a 1992 story.
Who's that? Me or Scott?
You Scott, or Bobby Fran.
You're not talking about going up with Terry Knee, are you?
Well, that could be one of them.
Okay. I'm not recalling. I'm not picking up what you're putting down so far, Bob. What's my story?
Well, just the fact that you were just donated in 1992. So
that's right. Oh yeah.
Now you have.
That's my. Well, okay, yeah. Well, but I haven't had to go out on a date with him like I did Terry Knee. But that's possible. Let's see. Might have to pay that 1992 back if you know what I'm saying. 1992 microwave credenza 666. Yeah, Scott, and they had Perry. Somebody paid $50 to have him put an egg in his microwave the other night. And he's quite expensive. He's like, it's not going to blow up, Perry. And he's like, it's going to blow up in my fucking microwave. And Tom's like, real quietly, calmly going, no, it won't blow up, Perry. And I'm thinking, everybody knows better the whole time. Like, it's going to blow up, right? That was one of the first things we did for fun with microwave when I started working in fast food places, Scott, was throw an egg in there. I worked overnight shift, too. So we throw an egg in there and put that sucker on 2 minutes and just sit back and watch the fun happen.
I ain't never done that.
They blow up. They go... They expand beyond the shell and they just get this like egg shrapnel in the microwave. So sure enough, he did it for $50 and it blew up in there. And Tom made the point of saying that rather than do it while it was still all wet and loose, he waited till like 3 o'clock the next day and just let the egg all like just set up in his microwave. So he ain't called Knee for nothing. I know. Terry Knee wasn't putting the knee in the crotch over there. He gets the wrong idea. Randy got a nut from a nut, says Dream Man.
Shut the fuck up.
That kind of is how it worked. Popke really enjoyed that video. I am ever amazed at the level of talent, even though it be AI, Scott or Bobby Nick, just putting the stuff together, like all the ideas and making the AI work. I think that's pretty funny in itself.
I can't wrap my head around how they do it because I'm so far behind as it is anyway.
I feel that way too, Scott. Like I've made some simple AI photos and some elements for the show, but I've never done really anything that quite that elaborate. Bobby Nick has made some rocking ass AI songs though.
Yeah.
Songs are easy. The video is the hard part. I don't know.
Yeah, I've made a little ditty or two, like using some of it, and made a couple audio clips, but I'm never really, and so that's why I really am impressed by that level. So you got to tune in tonight and just watch all of that fun, see how all this is going to turn out. Hot Amy will be in the mix, I'm sure, stealing something from Perry and all that stuff. All right, well, it's 2:35 right here on the East Coast of the United States, where I'm coming to you from. And as I always tell you, we strive to bring you 3 hours of entertainment today. I think we're doing that real good, but we have some things left to do. We're going to have to do, it is the weekend and all, so I know we got to do the sexy segments. We're got to do the ladies' juicy man meat, and we have to do horoscopes, and then we got to do bricked up. So I think we're going to do them in that exact order to try to finish up this last 25 minutes to a half hour of the show that we still have together. So why don't we do it, guys? Let's go, ladies first. It's time for their juicy man meat. That's right. We're here to do it. It's Juicy Man Meat. It's ladies first. Ladies, you guys are filling my hopper. There's no shortage of juicy man meat, but if you want to keep submitting it, it's bflive420@gmail.com. As we continue on for this segment, this isn't for me or the guys. This is the ladies' juicy man meat. BF. What's up, Uncle Jack?
Wow, that's right. Hey, and fuck.
He showed up. Uncle Jack showed up just in time for his segment. His favorite segment. BF, this is gay and Scott music, BF. All right, there you go.
What?
We asked Wendy if she would feed you grapes like that, and she said yeah, right? She said yeah. She'd do anything for you. All right, well, there's your first piece of juicy man meat right here on the Vibe. Flaming Fruit said our friend Dream Man, and to that I say
hello, Frisco.
All right, well, here, ladies, here's your second piece of content for your juicy man meat segment, and I'm super happy that I have some great bunch of ladies that are part of the BF Live, the Vibe family. So we do this segment for you. Is this Stacy's gym? She always talking about the guys at the gym. BF. He got tattooed muscles on him. He got muscle tattoos. He got muscle tattoos right here on the Vibe. The Flaming Fruit says Dream Man. As we continue on here with the Vibe, we're going to head on to our third piece of content. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you after this segment, I'm going to have you throw your horoscopes into the chat, because we're going to do a little buffer. We're going to do some rock you like a horoscope, Soulful Horoscope Readings. And then we will end with a banger with Bricked Up. But let's continue with the third piece of Juicy Man Meat, because it's their time. It's your time, ladies. It's your world. You just a squirrel trying to get a nut to move that butt. Let's go. It's Friday. We get it. They like old guys with beanies on. Oh, it's the same deported guy that was stealing the copper. I only got one more to play anyway, but right now it's like copper. It's not, we call that guy from yesterday, we call him Copper Socks. Oh, Copper Socks got deported. Yeehaw!
Oh.
Copper Socks will always be on ball, believe he's free. Good old Copper Socks. Copper Socks on ball, believe he.
Oh, Space Nerd is there.
Copper Socks on
There you go. I know they're lurking. They're probably lurking and jerking. Yeah, dog. Yeah, says Widow Killer. He knows what's up.
Oh, guess we
copper
is here,
sock.
sir. Oh,
yeah, don't.
Scott's gone.
Yeah, Scott's like, I'm going. I'll put him backstage. He's like, the girls might be here, but he come back. There he is. He just stood up a minute. I don't want anybody thinking he's doing anything with his hands or anything. McGee lets you know she's here. Yeehaw, says Dream Man. Absolutely. Copper socks on Bob Levy. No lady sent that in, says Space Nerd. Well, I kind of went with the kind of flow. Somebody mentioned copper, so you know me. I go with the flow. But I also...
One last thing for the ladies, I just want to let them know that I just farted.
Ooh. Well, what else do you need than that, ladies, to turn you on? Well, if that didn't do it for you, I will give you one more piece of Juicy Man Meat just for the ladies now. Thank you, ladies, for being here all week and always supporting BF Live The Vibe. I think you ladies are turning in some duplicates. You're turning in some of your favorites, man, because I think there's some that are saying that I played them before showing up. Oh, Jesus. I don't think I played this one before. Stacey Allen, are you around? I have a feeling this got your name on it. This is definitely the last piece I want to play. For the ladies.
Let's get it.
Oh, really? What the fuck?
Abs. Let's get it.
Ladies love Dutch ovens.
Abs. Let's get it.
All right, we get it. The guy's showing his hair. We get it. We get it, ladies. Well, even though, like Nick said, that there weren't no ladies in the chat, we didn't need them. Guys, says our friend Uncle Jack, we need another real one. Hopefully that was the one, right? At 2-4, was that not man? We got a man on that one. Holy shit! Dream Man says YouTube won't let me describe this. Dream Man, did you see the other day where AI thinks that that says that this bit is me showing men's genitalia? That's what. A butterface, says Reenie. I thought they were looking at something else. He has definitely done that move on a cock before. Oh, there you go. Popke, I think he's figured it out. All right, well, I don't know what makes... I don't think it's going to be this one, though. I don't know what makes a good or a bad video for the ladies as far as what's sexy enough or not. So I'm just going to try to find one here. Let me see if you like this one, ladies. All right, this has got a selection of guys. I hope you like it. I'm giving you bonus Juicy Man Meat right here. Some bonus Juicy Man Meat. BF, you got the eye of the copyright. Butterface. It's funny, Dream Man. All right, is that enough for you? Is that enough for your space nerd? Weenie, picky ladies? I'm sure you can find something in this selection that you like. Rocky Balboner. Great line coming in with Articulate John coming in hot.
Look at the last guy.
The puny guy. I didn't notice that until you said it, Scott. Once again, your powers of observation are awesome. The last guy is like the puny guy. He's the water guy. Adrian, I think I saw all those guys hugged. Adrian. Space Nerd says number 3, number 6, and yes, thank you, because now she is thoroughly bricked up. Popke says they are all walking to a theme room to fuck. Shit. There you go.
Hello, Frisco.
Well, we'll give them their privacy as we wrap up this segment because we're making our way now to do the horoscopes, to do Rock You Like a Horoscope. But ladies, I hope you enjoyed it because that was your Friday's Juicy Man Meat.
Hey, get it time to rock, ladies, feel the heat. Juicy Man Meat. BF loves it the most, that's no lie. We hit a party time and everybody. Juicy Man Meat. Juicy Man Meat. Girls, get your straight. Yes, it's true. Get the party started. It's just for you.
L to the yeah. There's something for everybody on the vibe. Always must take care of the ladies, is always what I say here on the vibe. We got that. Dream Man is boned up. He's good. He's ready to save a horse, ride a cowboy. He's ready to go to Ram Ranch. Ready to go to Ram Ranch. He's going to give his love to a cowboy man. They're going to love you as hard as you can. I'm your dreams, in your dreams, Popkey. I think she meant to say, Space Nerd says. The theme is the best part of this segment. It's a total earworm where we can thank the lovely Stacey Allen for creating not only the beginning for this segment, but for the Bricked Up segment that we're going to get to, but not before we look into our Soulful Horoscope readings, or we're going to rock you like a horoscope, guys. Throw your horoscopes out there if you want me to read your Friday horoscope reading as I go for my song, and I'll go over to my studio to rub my crystal balls, and we're about to rock you like a horoscope. Rock you like a horoscope. Inspired by Chris Popke creation right there. We used to call it Soulful Horoscope Readings, but now we're kind of calling it Rock You Like a Horoscope. Either way, whatever what you call it, we're going to find out what the stars have in mind for you and myself going into this weekend. It is Friday, folks, so let's find out your Friday Soulful Horoscope Readings. I'm going to go and let you know that Scorpio is the first one I come upon. So this is for my friend Dream Man. This is for Stacey Allen, Chris Popke, and all the other Scorpio joining us Friday for your Soulful Horoscope Readings. Here comes Scorpio. It lets me know that Scorpio is a 9 out of 10, so I hope you guys are having a great day. Enjoy yourself. Wait a minute, that's the wrong one. It says to energize your physical moves, Scorpio. This eclipse initiates 6 months of growing work and health. Put your heart into your actions because practice makes perfect. That's for Popke and all the Scorpio friends out there. Widow Killer checks in and says, Perry says, save a skateboard, ride a Randy. That's a pretty good one.
What the fuck up?
That sounds like something you would absolutely say. You are in my dreams, nerd, says Popke. Leo for my friend Space Nerd. This is for Space Nerd and all the other Leos joining us today. This is the Leo Friday Soulful Rock You Like a Horoscope. What? Leo, rock you like a horoscope. Yeah, we get it. Okay, let's do Leo. Here you go, nerd. Today is a 7 out of 10, so I hope you're having a great day. Educational opportunities arise after this eclipse. It must be a total eclipse of the heart or something going on. The next half-year phase favors study, investigation, and exploration, Leo. Consider some new perspectives, make some connections, contributions, and discoveries. That's your Leo Friday. Rock you like a horoscope. Rock you like a horoscope. Here we go. Popke getting the laugh and the love from the nerd. Gemini for my friend Rini and all the other Geminis joining us today. This is your Friday Gemini Soulful Horoscope reading. Rini and Gemini, today's a 9 out of 10, my friend, so I hope you're having a great day. Share support for big results. This 6-month Aries eclipse phase benefits team efforts. Grow through friendships, like being on the vibe, you mean? Social networks, like being on the vibe, you mean? And community participation, also. And have fun together. But that's what Rini does. It's a 9 out of 10 for Rini and my Gemini friends. I hope you have a great weekend, Rini. Green Man checks in and says, I wake up to a burger and someone handed me $50. It's not wrong. That's a good day if you can have it. Space Nerd says, thank you to BF. And I say, you're welcome. I'm not even joking too, says Dream Man. What are you talking about? What? I woke up to a burger and someone handed me a 50. But how does is your asshole sore? Is your mouth sore?
What exactly did you have to do for that $50?
Exactly. I'm not putting it together. I'm not even joking. That's cool, says the nerd. All day, every day, says Rini about her horoscope. And she thanks me and I thank her. As I continue, I'm not seeing any more, so I'll wait for more. I'll do the fellows on the screen right here. I will do Crappy Corn. When I'm not Crappy Corn, I'm going to do Vegetarius for my friend Bobby Nick up there. I was thinking about Deadpool. I can get to that one. But right now, I'm going to do Sagittarius/Vegetarius. This is for my friend Bobby Nick and all the Sagittarii joining us today. Bobby, Sagittarius says, today is a 9 out of 10, buddy. You feeling good?
Nice.
All right. Enjoy yourself, it says Sagittarius. Stir up some delicious romance. Uh-oh. Sounds like you and Wendy are going to be doing shows.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It says the Aries solar eclipse begins a half-yearly family, fun, and passion phase for Sagittarius. So get creative and prioritize love. Yeah. All right. And I will continue on now For Cancer, for my co-host and friend, Scott Fitzpatrick, he is a Cancer, as well as Brian Clauder, and a couple of you in the chat. This is your Friday Cancer Soulful Horoscope reading, or we're also kind of naming it this. Like a horoscope. Anyway, all right, here we go. Here is Cancer for my boy Scott Fitzpatrick, Brian Clauder, and all the Cancer joining us today. Today is an 8 out of 10, buddy, so I hope you're having a good day. This solar eclipse illuminates career opportunities. Develop interesting projects over the next 6 months. Pursue exciting possibilities, Cancer. Your professional status and influence rise. There you go. That's for all my Cancer friends joining us today. Oh, I'm going to do Virgo for myself because, damn it, I haven't heard from any of my Virgo friends today. So I will selfishly read Virgo. And it says that today is a 9 out of 10, and I do feel that way today. Find creative ways to grow your family's savings. Okay. Got to go out tricking again, guys, I guess. I don't know. A lucrative 6-month phase dawns with the Aries eclipse. Launch valuable initiatives with your partner, and I will do-si-do and hopefully do other things with her. Stacy, yeah. Scorpio, I thought you meant Juicy Man Meat when you said, did you miss it? You missed Juicy Man Meat, but you're here in time for me to do Scorpio, even though I'm repeated again. This is for my friend, great contributor, Stacy Allen. Everybody really loves your Juicy Man Meat, the theme that you made up. They said it's very much an earworm. So this is for the creator of that, Stacy Allen. I'm going to read this again. Stacy, it says Scorpio is a 9 out of 10 today. So even with your meetings, I'm hoping that's the day you're having. Energize your physical moves, Scorpio. This eclipse initiates 6 months of growing work and health. Put your heart into your actions, Scorpio, because practice makes perfect. Stacy Allen. Yep. Pisces, please, for my friend Matt. I have not done Pisces yet, so this is for Matt and all the Pisces joining us. This is your Friday Rock You Like a Horoscope. Soulful Horoscope reading. Rock You Like a Horoscope. This is Pisces. Today's a 9 out of 10, Matt. I hope you're having a great day. Strengthen financial foundations for growth. Begin a lucrative 6-month eclipse phase. Discover fresh markets and rising prosperity. It says rake in and conserve a healthy harvest, Pisces. So it sounds like it's investment and money oriented. So I hope you have a great weekend, Matt. I'll rewind. Was it good, Popke? I gave it to you again because you're a great friend. Popke, loved it, Stacy. Love that song. Me too. I wonder who created that. You got it, Stacy Allen. Wait, I'm still on Juicy Man Meat, not horoscopes. Hit that little live button, girl. You must have been like maybe you paused or your stuff was spinning on you and you didn't realize it. Growth can be painful, says our friend Dream Man. Well, did I get everybody? I think I got just about everybody on screen. I know I did. I got Stacy. I think I got the nerd. I think we just got just about everybody. So why don't we wrap up this segment? We will do them again Monday because we do them on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because we want to know what the stars hold in mind for us for the beginning of the week, the middle, and we just did the end. That was Rock You Like a Horoscope. Rock You Like a Horoscope. Rock You Like a Horoscope. Here I am having a great day with you, wrapping up this episode of The Vibe, wrapping up a whole week of shows. I feel like I say it more and more every week. It's been a week of shows. It's been a great day today. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves, and I hope you have a great weekend no matter what you do. As far as the weekend, this ain't the last time you'll see me this weekend. We had a banger of a show on Replayables last night, played a lot of fun music, and got some great Rumble rants, so thank you. We'll be doing it again tomorrow night at 10 o'clock East on 100 Proof Podcasting Channel. Me and Chris Abels will be hanging out, probably with the missus and with Shawnee too. We drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. We watch videos, we spin the wheel, and Brutal Pain comes and hits us up with dollar Rumble rants, and we get all tore up from the floor up. That'll be tomorrow night at 10 o'clock East. We wrap that up, but why don't we go at 5 minutes until the top of the hour, until this show ends. It's time for the fellas. So it's our time, fellas, to get bricked up.
Keep cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Charging through the day like the queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up.
Bricked Up it is, the segment where the guys get their turn to sit around and watch some sexy videos and get semis together as we wrap up this episode of BF Live The Vibe Stream Show 276. If you haven't already, folks, could you hook up a brother with a like, share, subscribe on your way in or way out, wherever you're watching from BF Live The Vibe on YouTube, on Rumble, or on my Facebook. Thank you, because this show is totally funded by you guys, and it wouldn't be anything without your support. So let's get bricked up together. I got a couple for you right here. And then we're going to come back and we're going to take care of our plugs and everything we got to do, because I know that Bobby, Nick, and the boys are going to be up to some fun stuff this weekend as well. So we're going to do all that right after we get bricked up together first. Got to have our priorities, fellas. Here we go. It's our turn to get bricked up. Semi-time. Real to me, Damon. Kind of hypnotizing. Hey, Gina Bobina, did you get bricked up? Stacy's bricked up. In the fucking lounge, we're gonna want Two Joints wants to go. All right, I like that natural jiggle. I trust a good. I like gravity. I like seeing some gravity, a little bit of gravity on them boobs. I trust the jiggle. That's why you know them real, Bobby Nick.
Yeah.
A leggy chance. Well, let me know what you think about these, buddy. Those look kind of legit, and they were real. They had that friendly little jiggle to them. But let's do a little assessment of this set of them as we get bricked up with video number 2. What about those, Bobby Nick? What do you think? They look like they're going to burst any minute. And BF, there's some music on here, BF. Can't stop addicted to the silicone.
Yeah.
Can't stop addicted to the implant.
Still up.
All right, there you go. They fake as shit. Yeah. They are fake as shit. God damn. They're obviously a fake. Those are Stacy, right? We agree. And see, now that's where they get cartoonish, because those are terrible tits. Like, right, Scott? I heard you say right?
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
I'm with you on that.
That, like, when it becomes a freak show, you go beyond being attracted to them. Like, there's too much there. You're like, that's not even anything. It just gets freak showish. It's more than you need. It's more than you need.
Start feeling like cartoonish or something.
That last one was fine. Yeah, they were. And it doesn't. It makes you feel like laughing rather than being turned on by them, because they're so like cartoon silly. Scott is getting in so close to the screen, I think he's going to bump his head. My sister was one of the first ones to call him out about the sunglasses come off and the screen comes. I had a big shot of Scott's head from yesterday's show for that.
Looking for them details.
That one was fine as wine. Yeah, Scott is aficionado. He gets something out of it for real. Those are terrible tits. Agreed. Get the safety pin and just pop them son of bitches, right, Kat? My sister agreed. Like, that's not even attractive when you get to that level. It looks nice, but cartoonish. Gina Bobina knows that she floats 100%. Dream Man Buddy, Gina, Duke, and Stacy from Two Joints. Hey, Two Joints from Gina. Well, she won't have to worry about drowning. Exactly. There you go. She does, Gina. They would explode from decompression. She won't be able to scuba dive anytime soon. Didn't even think about that one. Well, how about airplanes or something like that? Let's see. I'm good with killer bees or for that. Okay, let's get. I think that was piece number 2, if I'm not mistaken. Well, let's check out piece number 3. Ooh, and I think this has an appearance from my favorite superhero. You know my favorite superhero is Underboob.
In the summertime, love, in the summertime, love.
The summertime rolling. It's a bird. It's a breast. It's Underboob. I'm good with killer bees or fantasies. Oh shit. Thank you, Space Nerd, for letting me know that the silliness we do here makes your morning fly by. Thank you. Side boob, there is too. That's like Yoda. Side boob, there is too. Is there too? What flag is that? Ooh, I don't know. That's Brazil. That looks Brazil. That's a Brazil brazier. That's what it looks like to me. Just a guess is bricked up. Take care, comb your hair, chat family says at right at 3 o'clock. See you soon. See you at 8 o'clock East, 5 Pacific in the Perry Caravello live chat for the last episode of March Matters. And we're going to do one more piece of content. Let's get this one off the screen. One more for the guys. So that was the Brazilian brazier. Let me move my little things down here. And I'm going to show you the last piece I have for the guys. Oh, let me see. Oh, did I show this before? I don't know if I showed this before or not, but let me see. Let's go, guys. Let's see. Let's get a little, we're going to get a little bricked up. Did we get a little bricked up before?
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. I can't leave us like this, guys.
Is Uncle Jack still here? He loves this.
Uncle Jack. This is Uncle Jack's little shack right here. This is what Jack's going to be getting with tonight. About 3 in the morning. This is what you get right here. That's what you pull down. All right, but let's try one more, just like I did for the ladies. I will try to find one more that is sufficient for us guys to get bricked up to. And then we're going to come back and do... We're going to come back and do our credits, and then we're going to ease on down the road. All right, let's find one more. Let's make this a good one. Make sure we get, I think this will certainly suffice as good. Ew, says my sister. Jack's itty bitty shack says, ew, yeah, they're looking a little sexy right there. Okay, guys, like I said, this is our last one, and I'm going to let you know at 2 minutes after 3, where this show emanates from the East Coast of the United States. It is official, folks. We are into Overvibe. We are over vibe, but we're getting bricked up and having fun doing it. So I have one more last piece. Then we're going to come back and give you a bunch of plugs to tell you where you can find all of us fools throughout this upcoming weekend. But here you go. Damn. Hey. I think we got the best of both worlds here because they got, once again, look at Scott. Look at women. Scott, do that. Wait a minute. I just noticed when I looked in. That's a great screenshot in itself right there. Let me come out of that. Let me show you the bricked up. Let me show you why Scott's looking at that. They got the best of both worlds because they real and they got the jiggle, Scott. Don't you agree? But is your assessment that they're real, right?
I think those are real.
They're still real to me, damn it. It's my dick. Wait a minute. What are we talking about here? We see that nose hair he was talking about earlier. You talking about mine? We're talking about Scott's. Oh, shit. They got you, Scott. Oh, shit. Man. Well, there you go. I think that this is a great way not only to end up this week of shows, but to end up this segment. And now we're going to come back right after this and tell you all of our plugs because we're nowhere near done having fun with you this weekend. And I hope you enjoyed getting bricked up with the
Keep cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Charging through the day like a queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Fixing up the world, I'm watching her thrive. The apple pushing and reaching that will. But I'm in full of view, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
And with that, folks, I am spent. This.
I gotta ask you. My friend. Did you see Andrew without his facial hair yesterday?
I did not.
Oh my God!
Is it a big difference, Bob? Like Scott said something about a chin.
I mean, the chin, but also he's got this chubby, fat face now. It's like, what the fuck?
Because he's only ever had peach fuzz. So do you have like a picture? Did you guys take a shot of it? Did you have available? Or maybe they can just tune into the No Filter tomorrow and see Andrew live.
Hold on.
I didn't really think, I didn't bother go looking for it or pulling anything because I thought with Andrew having peach fuzz, I didn't think it would be that notable of a difference. That noticeable.
It was a difference for me.
Yeah, okay. I guess there was a short that was just posted, so hold on a second. I'll fucking.
Wait, is it on his page?
I'll put it in the private
filter.
Chat.
Okay,
no filter. In the private chat, though, I'll put a link.
I'll wait for that link.
Yeah,
it's 5 after 3 right here. Great show, bros. Thank you, 2 joints. We need pics. It's coming right up. He's going to send it. Thank you, Gina Bobina, for your enthusiasm. Thank you for everybody that catches this vibe. This is kind of, we try to just bring different vibes, a different kind of show in a different part of the day. So I'm glad you guys enjoy what we're putting down for you. Appreciate all the great comments. Thank you for the link right here. I see it. Let me click on it. All right, here we go. Oh, wow, I can kind of see it already. All right, here it comes. So just to give you the quick summary, I'm going to show you a picture of Andrew. For those that didn't pick up on the significance of what I'm going to show you, they had a bet yesterday where Andrew had his Brewers in a game, and so Scott took the New York Yankees, and they said whoever wins or loses, the other one has to shave their face. The New York Yankees won, which was Scott's team, so Andrew lost. He had to pay up, and now he showed up bald face on his shows. Right after, because it ended just in time that one of these guys had to shave live last night on No Filter with Andrew and Friends. So look at clean face.
Yeah. Oh my
You
God.
look stupid.
You look stupid. Look at that.
Look ridiculous.
Wow, Andrew's jaws.
Holy
gigantic.
shit.
Look how fat your face is.
Andrew, can you put a pink ski mask on?
Any future bets?
Andrew, now you do look retarded. Jesus Christ.
Now you do look retarded.
Oh my God. Wow. Why is his smile not look as good now?
I don't know.
Yeah, you lost it all, dude.
Dad, you're not wrong because his face, it does. His face looks
This is a
pudgier
bad
and it
bet on your
doesn't
part.
have definition down here.
Hair.
I didn't think he had that much hair to make a difference.
Oh.
Look at this. I can't believe
Your chin looks like a set of balls.
That's reaction.
Two Joint says the AI summary of today's
Stop
show.
it. Does not.
The AI summary of today's show is there's a discussion about men shaving, comedy, and BF showing large-breasted women and muscular men. That was Two Joint's AI summary, maybe.
Listen, Andrew, I've never seen before, man. Holy shit.
Andrew did indeed lose a bet, Mike. Yes, this is
Shave
a bet.
10 years. What did it do? Shave 10 years up, Mike?
You're just lesbian.
Yeah.
You gained 10 years of fat on your face. Somehow.
What the fuck was the name of the guy with the giant jaw?
I only have one testicle.
Yeah.
We watched the guy with Dylan brought the movie, The Maniac Cop. The guy who played Maniac Cop.
Hellraiser guy.
No, the guy who played Maniac Cop. I can't think of his
Hellboy,
fucking
I
name.
mean, Hellboy.
Yeah.
That's who he reminds me of. Looks like that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it bad?
No.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it good though either. Andrew, try not smiling. Just do like a regular face for a second. I'm curious what it looks like. That's better.
Got a funja face.
I don't know.
You got down.
I don't know.
Just
Okay.
don't. Andrew,
Not
just don't
smile.
He
Not
got up
smile.
syndrome.
No smile. No smile.
That's not as bad.
What the fuck what did he smile?
Smile looks so much
Almost
weirder
looks like he's got no teeth when he's.
Yeah. Like the bottom teeth are complete. Like he's covering his bottom teeth even when he's smiling.
he's got multiple smiles. Look, top teeth smile.
I mean, wrestling. There's a wrestler. If you shave his head right now, there's an old schooler wrestler that I can't put my finger on. He reminds me of
George Animal Steel.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, look at that. Look how happy he is.
Rick Rude. No.
Good news is Andrew will grow back.
Is there one called Sullivan Grundy or something like that?
Solomon Grundy. Oh my God.
I don't know.
He'll go back.
Well, she's not here, Jake, so don't worry about it.
Jake is here and he liked and shared the stream. Thank you,
That's,
Jake.
Like the payoff. You're
There's one point here where
you're welcome,
turns
everybody.
his head to the right or the left actually, and he ended up.
Yeah.
It reminded me. It looked like me. Like he looked like fucking Joey Buttafuoco.
Well, so he had to kind of hit you up with like a normal look, huh? Like a way you haven't seen Andrew before.
I don't know.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Bobby Nick. We're finishing strong, even though we're in the over vibe. And we had a great show. Bobby just gave us some extra fun and information right there. Thank you, Bob, because I hadn't seen that, and I didn't really appreciate the significance and the difference in Andrew's face until I saw that. I really didn't think it would be that dramatic for me.
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute to get used to him like that.
Just like you when you kind of decide to shave on us. I mean, it takes us a day or two to get used to it.
Right.
Abdorb says Gina Bobina. Haha, oh my God. We did the AI summary. And with that, we're going to pull this train into the station. It's 10 minutes after 3 right here on The Vibe. I'm going to turn it over to Scott Fitzpatrick. I appreciate him as well as Bobby Nick and everybody showing up every day of the week for the show. But Scott Fitzpatrick, any last words? And tell the people where they can find you, being that it's Friday, where they can find you later this week.
Yeah, I'll give my plugs quick, but my last words would be I would cut the Jib. Oh, Jib, a big thank you. He appears that he's sending me a guitar, and last night's show he announced he told me about it. He's sending me a guitar that he didn't have to do, and the guys I did a guitar show with, Joey sent some stuff, and because not recently now, it's been a while. As you know, I've lost my guitars. And so
I've heard a little bit of that, right?
Right. So they're putting a guitar back in my hands.
Well, that's right.
Owe him a big thank you, and his channel's the cut of the Jib at Cut of the Jib, and he's probably got a Rebel channel, but I don't know it yet. Maybe Bobby Nick might know it.
Cut of the Jib Uncensored. Cut of the Jib Uncensored.
Okay. Yeah. So my main plug goes to him. I owe him a big thank you, and tonight is the Lunatic Lounge at 7:00 Eastern time on Bobby Nick's channel at Bobby Nick 1978.
Right.
And yeah, that's good for me.
And there you go. And then Bobby Nick, he fills in the blanks and gives a little more detail. And I always let you know that, and Bobby Nick will let you know too, that No Filter with Andrew, who you saw his beautifully clean shaven face, is on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And Bobby Nick has way more than that going on. So I'm gonna turn it over to him now. He's gonna tell you where you can find him right after today's show.
Well, like Scott just said, you can check out tonight at Bobby Nick 1978, 7 p.m. Eastern. We are going into the Lunatic Lounge, motherfucker. So hell yeah, tune in. God only knows what's gonna happen there. It get crazy sometimes. So, but yeah, and then tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, I'll be in the lounge. Yeah, do a little music video show, guys, over on Rumble. For the low price of $1, you can see your music video request on my show. So check it out, rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show, or just search up The Bobby Nick Show on rumble.com. And then tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, check out No Filter with Andrew and Friends, where you can see a freshly shaven faced Andrew Flora, Andrew the Giant, I don't know. Popke says, what time is the lounge? Which one? Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern?
That's the Lunatic Lounge, right?
That's the Lunatic Lounge. And in the lounge is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Dose. It was, I'm pretty sure that's the one he was talking about. Because I think that's the one you said he jumped in and had fun for the first time the other day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The lounge is a lot of fun. So if you want to listen, Bobby Nick, like he always says, he's bringing MTV back, and it's a great fun hangout. And for $1 a song, it's a great way for Bobby Nick to generate some stuff and generate some fun. And also go over there tomorrow at 2:00 Eastern time. It's like right in the middle of the day if you need something to do all weekend. I always say, if you don't have nothing to watch or do on YouTube, shame on you, because Bobby Nick, you could probably watch him all weekend and he'll keep you entertained just by his damn self. As far as me tonight, I'll be in the chat with you one last time for the Perry Caravello March Matters. I'll be hanging out with you. I know a lot of you people do multiple screens, and also maybe some of you will be hanging out in the lounge too as well. So it's Perry, it's the boys in the lounge tonight, Bobby Nick with the music lounge tomorrow, No Filter. There's shit going on all weekend, so hang out with us. We'll see you in chat, family. And I will see you tomorrow on 100 Proof Podcasting Channel. That's the nighttime show, 10 o'clock East. After all that kind of stuff is done, when the night is getting long on you, but you're not done and ready to go to bed yet, you hang out with us. We drink, smoke, laugh, and joke, watch videos, spin the wheel, and have a lot of fun doing it. So we'll do that tomorrow night, 10 p.m. East with Chris Abels on Replayables. So hang out with the boys in the lounge, No Filter, me, Replayables, PCL. This has been a great day, been a great week of shows. But folks, we are spent. At 15 minutes after 3 o'clock, where I'm coming to you from the East Coast of the United States, it has been 3+. We're in hour number 4 already, and it's been a great day, great week of shows. So for my bro Scott Fitzpatrick, my bro Bobby Nick Havens, Stormy, Andrew, and all the chat family, I'm just going to say peace and love, and it's just not bye. It's just bye for now. Peace and love, and we'll see you the next time we see you right here on The Vibe, folks. Bye for now.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.